know that
It's not hard to do.
Well, because it's got teeth like this.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
It's got teeth going both ways. One is shaped kind of like this, one is curved.
Just have face forward.
I've got more of the curved one going this way.
We're out.
It's really cool. If you have it way back, you
Yeah.
know, it's a place for them to be, and then you can get your own honey. But get one with a spout.
Guys, I want think of really some good specials. Guys.
That's what I was asking.
Hello,
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I need a screaming deal for today.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
He's too busy still.
You guys did help me.
Did you want some roll here?
How about
Did you say?
transmission $6,000? Okay, will that work?
Are
Yeah.
these working?
You gonna be too busy for that?
First 5.
First 5 only.
Did you want to roll?
Kevin,
over
you do
here?
transmission?
Did you say
Yeah.
no? Okay.
I didn't know that.
And is this working now?
I don't build.
All this stuff?
Hold on, I gotta get logged in. Else I'm gonna be screwed.
Dan?
Yeah.
Is all this supposedly working now?
I don't know. It wasn't yesterday.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
So
so
there's
I-
a friend of mine builds. He's a builder for about 30 years, so I always mooch off him.
So he just comes down and builds when you need it?
No, he's got his own shop. He does.
I need a pen.
He's up on
I
like
got a pen.
64th and Washington.
So, Frank, I am.
Just in a little.
What's his name?
It's called Jared's Transmission. He does primarily wholesale.
See, you guys should think about getting a beehive.
Got 2 big accounts in the post office. And then shops. That's all he wants to deal with. He doesn't want to deal with general public. Yeah, just doesn't want.
Why is that?
Just yeah, why?
We had one.
But some shops he won't deal with either. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing and you keep coming back for stupidity, you just get out of here. You know? I mean, you see it. These guys are, you know, it wasn't the transmission to begin with, and they still don't know how to figure it out. It's just like, dude, I build transmissions. I don't diagnose cars. You brought it in for me to build.
Yeah.
Tore it down.
Carry in, I'm gonna build it.
There's nothing wrong with it. You know.
Sure.
Which special do you want me to throw up here, Mark? Because I got you both. I mean, just when you're talking, I mean, which do you want, the 129 or the
How about the find it, fix it, $89?
89? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There they are. He really almost screwed me. Martino, you almost screwed me!
Again.
It would be nice if he listened,
Newman!
but he doesn't.
Oh, so we can talk
Oh,
about
he
it?
does.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
No idea.
Absolutely.
You have no idea. He went to a thing for Bonnie, his kid,
Yeah.
and this was a while back. It was on a Friday, so I'm doing the show. He goes to this thing after the show around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Shows up, and this parent comes up to him and goes, "Oh, man, that was a great show today. I love the way you went after that guy." And he's saying, "Son of a bitch, I didn't even do the show today."
Oh, that lady too, we got a training job out of that one. That it was under warranty, and then they fixed it. And then a couple years later, it started acting up, and she wanted to have it done again for free.
I have no
Well,
idea
what kind of
you're
vehicle was that? Anyway, we did the training. And it's,
Is it for free?
no, we did good.
That was a Volvo or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Damn,
It's a
Kevin,
Volvo.
you're smart.
I don't know why I
That's
remember.
right.
I have more trivia and stupid facts in my head than, you know.
Yep, it was a
My
Volvo.
girlfriend asked me to stop
GM
and get
training.
some on the way home, and I completely forgot.
It was a, it was a,
But there was a Volvo.
You know, 4 months ago, the conversation we were having, yeah.
GM training, 1460, I think it was what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really.
Who is it brought to you by?
I was really surprised the first one I worked on to see that 1460.
Hey, Mark, the mute went and got the car yesterday,
I had no idea.
and they discounted her.
Is that the lady?
Yeah.
The weed?
Yeah.
It's a GM.
Went and got the car, she got it over $600 off.
Any but Brent.
I want to try to work
Oh,
with it.
oh, we can kill this one.
I sent one that I wanted you to get on about with Zara.
Look, we can kill this one.
Okay.
Every day.
There was one with Lazara.
I know, I texted Lazara.
Is the caller coming on?
You're in the office.
In the
Did you
building?
talk to Gabriel? They must start talking to me. Okay. Like, oh, Gabriel left a message back down.
Everybody hears everybody, but they're
I got the message, I told him to call.
She was on with Ross, And I even had to double look. I thought it was me. I was like, what am I doing on with Ross? How did that happen? And then,
right there, you know, all about
now
the,
it's
you
like
know,
everybody's like,
pass
oh,
the camera
hey.
when
And I'm
you
like,
talking.
yeah, not me.
Yeah.
So when I see her, I'm like, hey, sister. And she's like, oh, are people still
And of
calling
course,
you
you
me? I
make sure
go,
you
yeah.
hold and stuff.
She is
I just
so
shut
funny.
mine down. Last time I was here, and I know to do it, and I just forgot, and then I heard it, felt it vibrating, and I knew right when I feel it vibrate, then it starts ringing.
Angie, I'm going to start with Simply Floors so you can fire that off.
I gotta remember to do that.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
The Troubleshooter.
Oh, Lord, it's Friday and it's car day. My name's Mark Major, and you have found the only show of its kind. We solve problems. What else do we do? If you think about it, we take complaints. God dang, we take a lot of complaints. And we save you money. We get directly involved. You've been ripped off. You've been taken advantage of. This is a show for you. There's no other way to put it. Now, it is car day, but as you know, we never have just one theme. We will talk about everything, and what I love doing when Tom's gone is to get money for you. Simple as that. I love it. So if you have been ripped off, if that contractor that ripped you off a year ago, you still want to go after, this is the show for you. We're the best at it. In fact, I can say this, and I can say this with 100% all honesty. Over the years, over $200 million in cash merchandise exchanges, refunds, and services this show has recovered. Arguably more than almost 90% of law firms. How's that? Now, I'm not talking these big law firms, but I'm saying we have recovered more money than law firms, and guess what? We don't charge for it. We call it a public service. You know why we can do it? Here's why we can do it. Listen to this. The power of the media. We have this big spotlight, I call it. It's actually a radio tower, and we shine it on the cockroaches that don't do business right out there, and we expose them for what they are. And on the other hand, on the good side, we've got some of the best people in the world that we can recommend. In fact, generally, they're in studio with us every day on this show. Today, we have car people in. Mark Machowski, Budget A1 Transmissions, welcome. How are you doing, Mr. Mark?
Doing great. Just got back from New York, helping my mom out. Good
Upstate,
to be back
right?
home.
No, you're Brooklyn.
Yeah, Long Island.
Yeah, that's not upstate.
Yeah, right. South Shore of Long
City.
Island. Good to be home.
Kevin Calkin, Sheridan Auto Tech. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Mark?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. It's Friday. It's weekend coming.
Nick Yutzi. What's up, Nick?
Not bad. How you doing?
You've seen every car. You saw Daphne's car sitting next to me.
Yep.
You saw Tom's car, what, a week ago?
Yep.
You saw two of my cars. One was a rental.
Yep.
This guy saved my ass. I happened to be in a loaner car. I'm not going to say what dealership. I don't want to put any red flags up. But it gets hit with hail while I'm in a loaner. Of course, you don't even, there's not even insurance you take out. It's your own insurance. It's not like Enterprise. So what it came down to, Kevin, is I'm either going to let them fix it and hand me a bill for whatever it is, or bring it to Nick. Yeah. I bring it down to Nick. Nick knocks this thing out, 10, 15 dents. He only charged me like $1,000, and that would be for anybody, paid out of pocket. The man is a genius.
Thank you.
That's an art.
Seriously.
That's an art doing
I couldn't do it. Yeah. How long did it take you to do that when it had, how many did that rental car had? Like 10, 15 hits, Nick?
Yeah, probably 15, 20.
So how long did that take? 3, 4 hours?
Yep, 3, 4 hours.
It's incredible.
Yep.
And then generally speaking, if you do have hail damage, and, you know, we've had a lot of hail this year, and you haven't got it done yet, you just call Nick up and just get a price from him. You can do a cash deal. He can bill your insurance company. In most cases, you know, if they've got a nice amount of hits, you can basically, you know, save them $500,000, get them a rental car, something.
Yep, I'll save up to $500.
Very cool.
Awesome.
And he's quick. He gets you in and out.
He was in and out. I actually, on that rental car, because it's not a rental car, but on that loaner car, I had to get it back. Listen, we've got some huge stuff today. One of the things I want to talk about, actually, I'm gonna tease a few things coming up. But if you've been following Justin and Kyle, they're the brothers that sold this guy a car to Geraldine's son. She was the actual caller. And the story in a nutshell was this. He bought the car from Justin. Justin didn't actually own the car. Kyle owned the car, the brother. Long story short, they give him $2,400 in cash, and absolutely no title has been signed. They can't register the car. There's other issues with it, but it's crazy. Guess who's going to come on? You're going to love this. I can't wait to talk to this woman. I can't wait. This is why I love this show. There is no other show like this. the mother of the two brothers, is going to come on today. I kid you not. I don't know if this is Geraldo's old show or what this is, but we're going to see what she has to say. My understanding is she might be throwing one of the kids under the bus. I don't know. We definitely got to stick around for that. Deputy Dan had an exciting night last night. Deputy Dan, get on that mic.
Yeah, went and served the guy. And...
Don't say who you served yet.
Okay.
But it was a very interesting service.
Yes, it was. It was kind
Dan
of
thinks he was a very nice guy, if I recall from downstairs.
Right. Nice guy, but like I say, he did take the money. And
he took the money.
And he admitted it. He admitted it.
So this lady, and we're going to talk about it a little more. I'm sorry, no, that's actually Jim, right? That was the caller on that one.
Right, that was Jim, right.
We're going to talk about that. He doesn't even know we got him served yet.
Correct.
So that's how, when we say directly involved, think of what I just said. Deputy Dan went out and served someone. So if you want to take someone to small claims court, please do it. In fact, you know who we have on right now is Kay. She is the mother of the two brothers. Geez, I guess I will take that right now. By the way, 303-713-8255. I'll tell you when a line's open. Hey, Kay, how are you doing? The call and the timing is perfect because I just kind of recapped on it. My understanding, unless you know different, is your kids, Justin and Kyle, for some reason swapped vehicles at some point. The Kyle, or Justin, never got his brother Kyle to sign over the title, but he sold this kid a car.
No.
Okay,
no,
well then
that's wrong.
Go ahead. What's going on, Kay? Tell me.
Okay, no, that's okay. They swapped cars about 2 months ago because Justin drove his car home one day. Kyle was at that point still living with me, and he wanted the car Justin brought home because it was a better car, he said. So they agreed to swap cars and swap title for title.
How old's Kyle?
Okay, 31.
Okay, and how old's Justin? I'm just trying to get an idea in my brain.
33.
Okay, so Kyle was living at home. Justin was not, right?
Right.
And they swapped cars for whatever reason. I don't even care why.
Right, exactly. Just one, he said the turbo, if that makes any sense, was better on the other one.
Okay,
that's all I know about it.
So, okay, fine, they swapped. How come the title, How come the title on the car that Justin sold to Geraldine's son wasn't in his name?
Because Kyle knew that he was going to sell it. He was going to sell the other one he had. So it had been about 30 days or less. So Justin just hung on to it, and Kyle said fine, and he signed it. They signed the titles to the appropriate cars and handed them to the other person. In fact, I had
whoa, hold on. Maybe they did, but apparently what happened after that is Kyle's wife grabbed it and shoved it down her bra.
Okay, I know nothing about that because all I know is here's what happened with the two boys.
What?
And that's what I want to get this story straight.
Go ahead.
Because the car is not stolen. The car was not sold out
it's
from underneath Kyle.
No, wait a second, though. No matter what you say, this lady cannot register this car yet. She does not have the title, and it's not signed off on, at least to her. No matter what you say, she can't do it. Justin agreed. Listen, wait. Justin told me personally he was going to have his brother sign it or go down and get a duplicate and get this handled. Then what happened was Kyle emailed the lady saying, no way, Jose, in his own way.
Okay, here's the problem with us getting anything from Kyle. We had been in a family dispute for 3 months.
Why?
Kyle does not talk to because of his wife.
Oh, the one that shoved the title down her bra.
Exactly. She tried to put a temporary restraining order on me. She got the temporary restraining order for 9 days. When I went to court to fight it, she didn't have the guts to show up because she knew it was all a lie.
Lord have mercy. What did you do? What did you do to irritate this crazy woman?
I did nothing. She's a crazy woman from the day my son met her.
She just went out and got a restraining order for no reason?
She claimed I did stuff at the school once on the first day of school, which I did nothing at the school. I volunteer at the school all the time. And, yes, she went to the courthouse, got a restraining order. I had to go back in 9 days to fight it.
So what are we going to do to get this? What can we do to get this poor lady's kid the car?
Mark, I have an idea. I think we need her mom, the daughter-in-law's mother, on the show.
Oh, that'd be great.
So
Well,
seriously,
you know
Kay, all I care about is getting this poor kid that gave $2,400 to Justin.
Well, why not just give him his money back?
Yeah, or give him the money back and take the car back. What do we do to get this settled? I understand you're saying Kyle is trouble, right? He's trouble.
Well, so is his wife. We can't get the title because supposedly they stole it back from them.
Oh my God!
So how can we cannot get the title because he's feuding with us? And I'm sorry, but if I was standing there and somebody grabbed the title out of my hand, I would immediately call the police.
You know, I'm not even sure what to say here. All I want to do is get this poor kid the title. How can we do it? You know Kyle better than I do.
Well, you know what? I even went out of my way, and I haven't talked to my son in 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay? The only communication I have with him is through email. I emailed him telling him he needs to return the title.
Here's the problem, though, Kay. I'm going to tell you for really, honestly, the biggest problem with this is Justin sold the car. Justin sold it. I understand what you're saying. He's not the bad guy, but he sold a car technically he did not own. Justin is going to be the one that ends up getting in trouble because I'm about 10 minutes away from putting one of our deputies on calling the cops in this area and just going crazy on this. They ripped him off. I've got Justin on tape saying he sold the vehicle. How are we going to get this kid his car?
You know what? I don't know because a deputy needs to go talk to Amanda.
Amanda, Justin sold the car. I understand the story. You don't have to say it again.
She's the one that stole the title.
Okay, we'll have the deputy go over, reach down into her bra and grab the title. That's where we'll go. Hold on a second. I got to take a break. My God, I don't even know what to think about this. I feel like, what's that one movie with the pigs and they're out in the what do you call that? They're out in the woods and they're going down and they're rafting and the one and they're
Deliverance.
Deliverance. I feel like I'm living in Deliverance. We'll be back.
What happened when you served someone? What was it about?
But they're all 30 years old. You
And
keep
all
calling
of
them
their
kids.
moms have been calling in. That's why I said we needed her mom. It's all mom. So, Mark, when I was building that new listing, I was, you know how we can add new cities? I added all of those new cities. None of them. Once I hit save, none of them
What were you
saved.
serving them for?
And I did it
guy
twice.
sued him for $5,100.
I find that hard dollars.
Contractor.
I did it twice.
Oh, and he's the contractor that lives in this house? Yeah.
What
We have
happened?
house slammed. We want to be sure you did Simply Floors coming in. You didn't?
I'll do it coming back. I'll do Simply Floors and then I'll do one of my.
Okay.
In fact, watch this. I'm so professional, I'm going to do 2 commercials. It'll sound like one.
Did nothing to it.
Simply Floor. I'm
What's going on, neighbor?
Simply Floors and Art.
Are you living out there now?
No.
No, it's through with
sure.
reference to my
love
shirt.
your neighbor.
This is for line 2 when you go to her.
You need to get about 10 of those Bad Burrow shirts.
Badass. Yeah, badass and I'm scary. I'm very scary. Don't mess with me.
I don't know if it's
Mark
an ass
doesn't.
or a burrow.
What is this? Events and Adventures membership agreement.
Or is this that dating?
Dating
That's
thing.
that dating.
Oh, I can't wait for this, God. I don't even know what to make of this family.
What's the deal with this family now?
No, I think it's just the.
No, I mean Kay and.
I think it's kind
Oh.
of.
What do you make?
Yeah, but Justin sold him the car.
I'm
No
sorry.
matter what happens, Justin sold him the
He
car.
had already signed it off. Now,
Well, you
give
know,
him
but I
shit.
mean, if he was a decent person, you stand up, you give the guy the money back, say, "I'll deal with my brother." Sorry, you know, but the money's gone. You know it is.
You know what? I'm going to put that right to her because really the next step is it is outright theft.
But it's
I
not
have
a
them
sale.
on recordings
Yeah.
saying I sold it to him. My brother just needs to sell the title. Well, that's great. I could sell your car and say the same thing. Who cares?
Well, it sounds like mom favors Justin.
So when the guy gave him the money, he never got a title.
No.
Well, they
He was
handed
just
it to
proud of
him.
it.
and said,
No, they
What?
had it, then they met up again, right?
No. They had the gave him the title that his brother had signed 30 days prior to this.
Over to him.
Over to well,
Justin. He just
I-
signed it.
He just
They're
signed it.
skipping title. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then he gave that title to him, and I don't even know if they put his name in it. If the kid Noah, I don't know what his first name was. I don't even know if he put his name on it.
Where is this? Where did this go down? let's just get, okay, I'm going to talk to her one more time.
You sound good. Unwind it. Give him his money back and
Your
move
voice
on.
sounds good.
Thank you.
Good. It's
Good
good.
hair.
I used to do commercials.
Really? What kind of commercials?
She was a stewardess. Don't let her kid you.
No.
She did commercials
One of
on the
them was
airplane.
Westminster Mall merchants invite trick-or-treaters in for safe Halloween.
You still remember it?
I did it on KIMN.
What the hell's that?
Kim. Remember Kim?
And you used to be a clown.
Was that a
I was
radio
also a
station?
professional.
You know the best call letters ever?
A professional what?
Ready?
Clown.
KUM.
Oh, that's awful. And that
We're
come
dropping,
and go.
they would
it's
say,
like-
we're coming up on the top of the hour, we're dropping cum spots.
Oh.
Oh my God.
That's wrong.
KUM.
Oh.
Well, I know who named those little stores Come and Go.
I was just going to say that.
That's a weird one.
Every time I see it, I take a
I was gonna
selfie
say
with
that.
it, and I'm like, Colorado. It's awful. Yeah. We are always coming and going.
Yeah, whoever thought of that name? When they first came out, like, what the?
Nick's actually done 2 of my cars, not just 1.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, and I've been to your store 3 times in the last.
Yeah, 'cause it's all-
Oh, but I need to. And next
Angie,
week,
so I'm going to do Art of Granite and Simply a Force.
during the show, like right at 10.
Oh, yes, that
Unless I forget. Do you have any hillbilly music to come back with?
Come on, Michael Brown loves the country, so of course she does.
Green Acres or something.
I'm going to go back just for a minute, and then we're done with her. And, her kid needs to do somewhere else.
I'd say they'd be happy with the money back.
She's going to have the wrath of
And
Khan.
in fact,
Well, I mean,
they
but if you
put,
can't produce a title, there is no sale.
they put $200 in it, but it also the bill of sale doesn't even say any money on it. Well, they don't have the bill of sale. She took the bill of sale too. She took the bill of sale and the title.
Oh, here it is. Da-da-da-da-da.
I love it. Squeal like a pig. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this, but Kay, I'm going to bring you up one more second, and here's the bottom line. And then I got to pay some bills, to be quite frank. But listen, Justin could be in a lot of trouble here. You guys got to figure something out. How about if they simply bring the car back and Justin refunds at $2,400? Wouldn't that be the easiest scenario here? Then it's done and over. He can deal with his brother. There's no reason this other family should have to deal with that
He
kid.
didn't get that much money for it.
$2,400. What are you talking about? Not much money.
He didn't get that much money for the car.
How much did he get for it? What are you talking about? Oh, how much was it, Dan?
It was $2,400.
So now we're disputing. Your son actually told me, and I have him on the recording saying it was $2,400.
It was $2,400, Kay.
I don't know what it was.
Okay, you know what? The Beverly Hillbillies show's over. So here's the deal, Kay, and I'll say it, and this is it. If Justin is going to be holding the bag on this, I can appreciate you have nothing to do with this, and I can appreciate your daughter-in-law seems to be a jerk. I get it. That's your opinion, my opinion, and your other kid, Kyle, seems to be one too. But the problem is the good kid apparently is going to be the one taking the bag. Deputy Dan, that's it. Figure out where this went down. Let's get the sheriff involved.
Okay.
I mean, that's it. What else do we do? This is outright theft. I've got the audio recording saying he stole it, didn't have the title. We have everything they said on the radio as well. So you guys want to play games out there and have your mommy call. And let's not forget, these people are in their 30s, and mommy's calling. I mean, what's going on here? The whole thing. I'm done with them. Suzanne, I'm done. I mean, this is crazy. It's like talking to Jed Clampett. 303-713-8255. God. Here's an update. Jeez, man. I don't know if I'll have a heart attack by the time I get through this second update. Hey, Jim, what's going on, sir? Jim, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, listen, we've got good news for you, but I want to talk about what happened first.
Sure.
So you called up, and I promise, Kim, hold on, that Ford Focus and the transmission and everything else, we're going to get to it, and I'll let people know. Suzanne, free up that line from the Clampetts. 303-713-8255. So this one, you hired Charles Lopez, correct?
Yes.
You hired him. He works for Rock Mortar and Landscaping or owns it. You gave him $7,500. And then bottom line is He only did $2,500 worth of work. Arguably, it might have not even been that much. Is that correct?
Correct.
What was he going to do? I'm curious.
Full concrete landscaping, fencing, you name it, to the tune of almost about $16,000, but he wanted $7,500 up front.
How much did you give him up front? The whole amount?
No, $7,500, because he said for...
Oh, I thought he came back to you and okey-doked you out of more. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry.
No,
that's Debbie, another one we'll be talking about.
Yeah,
so,
he tried to. He actually asked for $2,500 more to continue the project when we had repeatedly contacted him and asked him if he was going to even keep showing up.
Geez, I wonder if he's related to Jay Lopez. I mean, honest to God, and the reason I say that is rock mortar. I mean, Lopez would come out, Jay Lopez, and we sent him to jail. Literally, I sent this guy to jail. He'd go out, he'd quote $4,000 or $5,000 on a driveway, and then he would take the money, say he'd be back the next day, and never show up. He did it in almost every single county around Colorado to the tune of probably, arguably, $100,000. I mean, it was crazy. I served him with interrogatories on one case. He did not show up for that. He had a bench warrant out. I tracked him down to another case that he had, and Denver didn't want to come pick him up. Denver's so hard to deal with. I said, he's got a bench warrant out. You guys need to come get him. I got him in Douglas County right now. Literally, I'm staring at him, and he's going to be in front of a judge for something else. Come down and hook him. They said, no, we don't do that. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm going to call into the show, and we're going to talk about it for the next 3 hours, how you guys know where this guy is, and you're going to let him get away with it. But they finally came down and got him. So, Jim, here's the good news for you. We served him. Dan, tell us what happened last night.
Yeah, you sent me in a rough area of town, Jim.
I know. I'd made sure that's where he lived. So.
Yeah, so it took me 2 times to go there and get him, so I got him there.
You said he smelled.
The house smelled.
Okay.
And like stuff all over the yard and everything. But he seemed like a pretty nice guy. He readily
I love when Deputy Dan says that. So the guy takes $7,500.
No.
Does arguably $2,500 in work, and he seems like a nice guy.
What I meant by that, geez, Mark, is that he readily admit he didn't finish your job. He said he was going through a bad divorce, and that's what it is. I says, well, you. What
other excuses did he have? Because we always hear excuses.
No, I totally agree. But like I said, I told him don't miss a court date.
Bad divorce.
And he wanted to know if he could do payments. I says that's up to the court.
So you're going to end up winning. So,
he tried to work that out with us and never made one payment. Yeah, we gave him chances, and
Jim.
Well, he's got the paper.
Jim, you've got to go to court. So, well, you filed, you paid the money, so you're going to go. You're going to end up winning. Probably, he did it right too. He asked for what, $5,500, exactly what he's owed, or $5,000, whatever.
Yeah.
So when you get to judgment, because my guess is this slime ball, in my opinion, is not going to show up. Yeah. So when Slimy doesn't show up, you'll get to judgment. Now, what the problem is what, guys? Someone help me.
Yeah,
collecting the judgment. So here's the trick I used on the other Lopez. Soon as you get to judgment, you're going to ask the court that you want interrogatories. You'll get the paperwork. They're very generic. What those are is they're questions that you'll have served again. Deputy Dan or someone will go out and serve the guy again. We've done this multiple times. He's going to have to tell you what bank accounts he has, what homes he owns, what cars he owns, all of his assets. Then, if he doesn't fill them out and get them back to the court, which I'm guessing he won't, then what happens is failure to appear, bench warrant.
Okay.
Then you can throw him in jail. When the cops pick him up, and this happened in Denver, right?
He lives in Denver.
Yeah, so God help us. I mean, God help us. We're going to have to basically talk about it constantly and call up Denver and everything because they could care less about economic crimes. They could care less. So what's going to happen, though, is eventually he'll get picked up, and they're going to hold him for that amount, $5,500 or whatever your judgment's for. Now, here's the sad side, though. If he sits there long enough and can't make bail, because my guess is he has no money, they will let him out. But that judgment will stay. It's just a nightmare. When people don't have money and rip people off, it's a nightmare. It truly is a nightmare. But hopefully he can at least spend a week in the pokey.
Yeah.
So we'll keep us up to date at this point. We'd love to know how small claims court, and then we'll get back on. But when I say, once again, folks, directly involved, I kid you not. Jim, I appreciate it. Have a good day, man.
Thank you. You too.
303-713-8255, 303. Martino, very simple. Kim, what's going on?
Yes, I bought a 2016 Ford Focus, and shortly after I bought it, started having transmission issues. I took it in.
When did you buy it, Kim?
I bought it in May of 2016.
Oh, okay. So this is a while back.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it started having issues within about a month or two, I think, and but they were real subtle at first, so I didn't really think much of it.
You bought it used, though, right?
No, I bought it brand new.
Oh, what kind of vehicle is it? I'm sorry.
It's a 2016 Ford Focus.
Oh, brand new. That's weird. I just didn't. Okay. So when did the problems first start happening?
Sometime that summer. I bought it in May, and sometime that summer. I actually moved to Georgia.
Describe what the problem was.
The problem is when I'm driving in town and stopping at a stoplight or whatever, in low gear, when it's an automatic, but when it's in low gear, so when I'm starting off and in lower speeds, it jerks and it shakes and it's almost like a hesitation.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're getting it. During the break, Mark, can you see if there's any kind of recalls, and then I want to ask you about what that could possibly be. Then we'll dig more into your problem and how we can help you. Okay, Kim? Hold tight.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so listen, I do want to talk about Art of Granite. I love Mitch Floria. This is the guy that came over to this country. God, I don't even know what year it was, but it was a long, long time ago. So he comes over, he lands, he's got like $300 in his pocket. He makes his way to Denver from New York. He doesn't speak English. He meets a guy that teaches him how to cut and fabricate granite. And now, fast forward 20, 30 years, he's married, he got his citizenship, and honestly, he does the best work. He's more of an artist than he is anything. If you want the best countertops, if you want the absolute most beautiful bathroom or kitchen, and by the way, if you get the kitchen done, he will generally do the bathroom for free. You call Mitch Floria, you call Art of Granite. His number is 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. In all honesty, he's done our bathroom, he's done our mudroom, and he's done part of our kitchen. He's a great guy. His prices are good. In fact, you can take a picture and send it to him, and he can give you an estimate like that. But give him a call, 303-386-5919, Mitch Floria, Art of Granite. And while I'm talking about great contractors, my God, Buddy Mitchell at Simply Floors, here's another guy I used. He came in and did life-proof carpeting in our house. We got 3 cats, 2 dogs, 2 kids. So when you say life-proof, we run the full gamut. This carpet, this life-proof carpet by Shaw. Now, granted, it's not the cheapest carpet in the world. In fact, it's great. It's actually got a backing on it to where nothing goes through it. So if you spill, say you spill wine, say your cat goes to the bathroom, say the kid spills grape juice, the carpet cleaner with just hot water picks up almost everything. It doesn't soak into the padding, so it doesn't seep back up through the carpet. It is the best carpet we ever had. Of course, they do hardwood laminates. They do everything out there. Buddy Mitchell's a great guy, and they'll beat prices by up to 40%. Forget about Lowe's, Home Depot, all these other guys. SimplyFloorsInc.com. You can go on there, get the phone number. You can actually schedule them to come out or go to their warehouse. They're the best in the business. SimplyFloorsInc.com.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's made of Legos. Even the engine is made of Legos.
Knocking them off.
Somebody's got a little more time on their hands,
This car right here is made of Legos. Even the engine.
I went to Legoland in San Diego when the kids were little. We went a couple times. I couldn't believe what was made out of Legos.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Did you go there?
I've been there a long time.
Me too. It's amazing. I'm like, oh my God, people put these together, and they must glue them.
Well, they glue them and cut them and do different things, and
My kids love that stupid Legoland.
Yeah.
There's nothing they couldn't ride, no matter. Well, there might have been one that Addie couldn't, but she was like 2. But Miles was 4. There wasn't anything he couldn't ride.
Right. Instead of going to like Universal Studios and
We went to that same trip. We went to SeaWorld, and as we're walking in, I bump into. God, he's a real short guy, but he's funny as hell. Hey, who was that guy we bumped into at SeaWorld?
Danny DeVito.
No, it wasn't Danny DeVito.
Billy
Bob Thornton.
Rich's cousin.
He's amazingly short.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe
His
it.
cousin,
Yeah.
Mighty Mike.
Billy Bob Thornton's got to be like 4. Well, he might be 5 foot.
Is he really?
You know,
Oh my God,
Sting
he's so
is-
tiny.
Sting is really short.
Prince is tiny.
Prince
These
was,
guys are.
was
Tom Cruise is
yeah.
real short.
Tom Cruise is a short.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is
You
short.
could never tell though.
No, the way they film it, yeah.
Yeah. There was this, we had one of our bands, one of our musicians was up on
He's
stage.
huge.
We
I
had
shook his
met him
hand and it was like,
stay
you
with
got
us,
a small
and
hand.
he
Does
looked
he really?
taller than life.
I know Lars is small.
You know, usually you can tell.
Did you watch? Did you see him last trip here?
Came
No, I didn't.
down, met him, and he like stood here on me. I was like,
I've seen him quite a bit.
Hey, here it says Billy Bob Thornton's 5'10".
he looked.
There's no way he's 5'10". I don't care what it says. He's not. Maybe in platform shoes.
They probably.
Dude, I'm barely 5'11", and he was short. You sure you're looking up the right Billy Bob?
That told us there one did not want to come on the air. He said, no, I work for the government. I just want to
How
know.
tall? How tall?
I did.
How tall was Billy Bob Thornton?
Oh, he was like here, in like half my size.
Seriously, it
Like-
says here in Wikipedia 5'10".
Skinny.
He's got 5'10".
Oh, he was 5'10"?
That's what it
He was
says.
so little. Huh.
Maybe because he's so skinny.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
he was
telling you,
close.
man, he was short. I don't think he's
We didn't
5'10".
like get like super close or anything.
Why?
But he's not a comedian. He's a, you
No,
know,
he's an actor.
He's an actor.
He's an actor, director.
And then, what does he say? Something Vince good.
He actually started out as a
Oh, was
director.
he in that one?
Oh, yeah, that's him.
It's a mustard. That's him.
What's the name?
Bill Bob Thornton. He was
What-
married
what-
to
what-
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
What
They
was that?
swapped love.
What was
They
that
had
show
lots
though?
of fun.
Where he says,
God, what is it?
What's that called?
I'm going to do plumb line. Go ahead.
Sling Blade. Sling Blade.
Swing Blade.
Not Sling Blade.
I think I want some
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
biscuits and mustard.
I said Sling
Oh,
Blade.
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
Swing Blade.
Yes. Sling, not swing. That would be the dance. That was his first acting, I think, that he did. Because he was a director
He
before.
looked a little chubby in that one, if I remember right.
Yeah. Then he got skinny mini.
Is there any recalls or anything on that?
Yeah, just a little bit. Recall.
We took
Yeah,
our
her
car
actually
in
still
for a
on the
recall
warranty
yesterday,
shop.
and there
We don't know the
were
miles.
five
If
recalls.
that's what the problem is, but
We
Would
took
it
ours
create the
in
issue?
for one, and then they go,
With
oh
our
yeah, there's
shifting?
5 now.
yeah, it could be bad shift motors though in the transmission, which is real common on those.
Well, there's a TSB on it as well.
On the shift motors or the
On
fluid
the
leak?
transmission.
I wonder if she's over at
Excessive
Mileage.
clutch shudder
Right.
and leak. They leak from the
Right,
axles.
which
and then
causes a fire.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's got that dual mass flywheel in it, I believe. Doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
In the
That
automatic?
Focus. Well, it's an
I looked for
automatic
my
that shifts
McCain
like a
sign
standard.
But it
to put
shifts
out
like
on
a
our
standard.
yard.
Right, so it's got that dual
I was
mass
looking for my
flywheel in it.
McCain sign to
Yeah.
put out on our yard, and I couldn't find
You got the
it.
calls
I
up,
found
right?
my
Or
no
do I need to
bomb.
put the calls up?
I couldn't find my McCain
I know
sign,
you're
but I did
searching
find a
here. I'm
McCain
not saying you
Baylor.
don't.
I'm not
My
a big
daughter
McCain
did.
guy.
You know what? I did run his campaign here in Denver, and
I don't like people that get caught.
yeah, I didn't like him. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
like
terrible.
at the end.
That was
how he
so- That was brutal.
Well, you know,
But he was
got
the
his
nicest
childish
guy.
as
Who was
He
the
was
nicest?
my childhood hero.
Who?
And I ran McCain. I ran into him in
Oh.
the airport. He was walking by
Oh,
me, and
he
it
said
was
his
just
daughter,
before
he's
he
got good
tossed
memory.
his name into the hat. And I go, oh my God, you know, please run. And he shook my hand, and we started talking. And I said, oh my God, you've got to meet my daughter. She's totally into politics. Brought her over. We talked, and then he goes, oh my God, I got to go to my flight. And so he runs off. And then I start working his campaign. And he met,
He lost.
he lost.
Why is he picking at you so much?
All right, check this out. You want to hear about good specials? Plumline, find, fix, or free, $149. Gets a licensed, bonded, insured electrician to your house to diagnose and fix. That's right, fix any problem. And if it costs more than that, then it's free. And what I mean by that is, let's say it's just a switch. Let's say you got a GFI switch that's been out on your deck forever, and you finally want to just call and get it fixed, or at least figure out what it is. They come out, they look at it, they'll either fix the whole thing for $149, or they'll write up an estimate for you, tell you how much, and you won't even owe them a trip charge. Worst scenario, you know exactly what is wrong. You can't beat this kind of deal. By the way, they also have a $39 comprehensive furnace tune-up. These things go away quick. These are the kind of things you call on right now because winter hasn't set in. This same tune-up, as soon as we get some snow or a cold snap, is going to be $149 if they can get you in. 303-586-1086. Plumline Services, Bob Logan and the gang are great people. We've been talking about them forever. These specials are the real deal. 303-586-1086. All right, let's get back to Kim.
2016 Ford Focus. Mark, real quick, did you look and see, or Kevin, did you guys look and see if there's any kind of recalls, any kind of issues, or TSBs or bulletins about a 2016 Focus?
Yes, there's some recalls on that. It's a dual mass flywheel. Some of the recalls have to do with clutch problems, and these clutch problems could cause transmission problems resulting in a fluid leak, which could cause a fire.
Kim, did you ever bring it back to get it worked on?
I've taken it in 3 times, and every time they tell me they just have to reflash the computer and that it'll be fixed. And every time they do it and I get it back, it's not fixed.
How many miles are on it?
Oh, about 30,000.
So it's still under warranty. It had, what, a 3-year 36,000?
Actually, I think it just, as a matter of fact, I think it just passed 36,000 miles. But I did buy the extended warranty.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. What dealership did you bring it to each time?
Well, and that's the problem. I moved from Colorado that summer, so I've been bringing it to a dealership in Georgia where I live now.
Kim, do you smell anything? Do you smell anything like burning, or do you hear any noises?
I hear funny noises, but I never smelled anything burning.
Okay. Well, some of those noises could be because of the dual mass flywheel and the clutch problems that those vehicles have.
Did you bring it to that same dealership each time, Kim?
Yes, I did.
Understand that and I say this for everybody listening, I mean, even if you bought it like here locally, you don't have to bring it back to that same dealership. If you don't like that service department, honestly, if they didn't fix it the first time, you should have brought it somewhere else, but it doesn't matter. My issue with this is it the same exact issue? Let's say it is past 36,000, and that is the warranty. Kevin, is that the warranty on these, you think?
16 may have been a 5-year powertrain.
Oh, wow. So it could still be under warranty.
It could still be, yeah.
You know, why don't you bring it to another dealership, Kim, to see if they can figure out what it is?
Okay.
And here's the good news. If they never fixed it at whatever dealership you went to those 3 times or whatever it was, at least you have documentation saying that problem was there. So even if it is out of warranty, we can make the argument that it should still be fixed under warranty because it's not your problem. The dealership service department doesn't know what they're doing.
This is a very common problem with this car, too, though.
What do you think it is?
Well, there's TSBs all over the place for it.
All transmission related?
All clutch related.
All clutch related.
Because this is an automatic transmission. It's basically a manual transmission that shifts by itself.
Got it.
So you have a clutch and a flywheel, like Mark was saying. So it's a clutch replacement is what the TSB is, and an update. They did the update, now replace the clutch.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like they got to put that clutch in. So, Kim, let's do this. I want you to go, is there another Ford dealer around there?
There is. Yeah.
Okay, go to another Ford dealer. Bring your invoices from the other one. I want you to look, though, and see if the clutch has been replaced, okay? If the clutch hasn't been replaced, when you go to the new Ford dealership, say, hey, what am I supposed to do? I brought it to this other dealership. I told them this. You know what, guys? Let's send her that information. Can we send her? So when you walk into the new dealership, we're going to load you for bear, okay?
Well, I could just give you the number. You can Google it. It's TSB 16-
let's do this, though. Give it to Suzanne, and I want to actually email it to her. Kim, hold on. We're going to give you enough ammunition, and when you go into a new dealer, they're going to look at the receipts. You have your receipts from the other one, right?
I have to dig through my stuff.
Well, either that or call them up and tell them to email you a copy, and if they won't, call us back, and I assure you I'll get you your receipts, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Kim, hold on. I want Suzanne pick up. Do me a favor. Get her email. I'm going to have Kevin or Mark send her some TSBs on that vehicle.
Okie dokie.
Who should I go to next? Your choice.
How about line 2?
Gabriel, what is going on, man?
Hey there, Mark. Hey, I'm here with my daughter who bought a car from a dealer on Federal. We don't want to name the name yet.
When?
How long ago did you buy it? A month? Month or month and a half.
What kind of car is it?
Subaru.
I mean, your make model.
Subaru year. Outback 2003.
Outback?
Yep.
How many miles on it?
Couple 100,000.
Oh, Lord. You realize, I hope you might because you're older, but my goodness, when you buy a car with 200,000 miles, you're buying a lot of problems. But what's going on?
We just want to get some clarity on the emissions law.
Oh, go ahead.
The vehicle won't pass emissions?
Did she try to get the emissions passed in the first 3 days?
No.
That's going to be an issue.
That's what we want to get clarification on.
Yeah, and it really sucks. Now, how bad is it? I mean, just because it won't pass emissions, I mean, it could be something simple. I will say this. I know for a fact, and guys, I'm sure you've seen it, cars that won't pass emissions over a bad gas cap.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It just depends on the why. Yeah.
So what do you think the problem is before we get all panicky? Other than not passing emissions, does it appear to run and drive and get her to work and whatever?
It's, yeah, she get her to work, get the granddaughter around, all that kind of good stuff.
So really it's just passing emissions. Now, have you brought it anywhere to see how much it would cost to pass emissions?
It's at a repair shop right now.
Is it, I mean, they're going to give her an estimate?
They're going to give her an estimate, but all the numbers are
over the value.
No, all the
the emission numbers.
Oh,
emission
the NOx
numbers,
and
every
whatever, the CO.
single point is over the baseline.
Yeah, guys, what do you usually? I'm just curious. Side note: what do you usually charge, Kevin, to get a diagnosis? These are so hard to diagnose, no matter how you look at it. When it comes to emissions, to give someone a diagnostic on it, I mean, is that a couple hours labor?
Well, sometimes you could tell just from the reports you get from emissions, looking at when and how it failed. So sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes it's very obvious the cause. Other times up to $100 to diagnose it.
Okay. Well, let's see what it is before you panic on it. I mean, it could be something small. Guys, give me just an educated guess. 03 Subaru. I'm going to give you mine first, but 03 Subaru, 200,000 miles, 02 sensors,
yep.
Cadillac converter. What else?
I was going to say 02 sensors.
I was going to go cats. I mean, that's typical.
Yeah, so it can get costly. The cats on those can be costly, but where did you bring it to get the estimate?
I guess it's at the dealer right now.
Okay, well, don't panic, because if they come back with factory cats, she's gonna faint. Like, literally, make sure she's sitting down.
Right.
So I guess what I'm saying is get an aftermarket opinion too. I mean, this is going to be good. You're going to get a good diagnostic. I'm pretty sure of that. But then don't forget, in fact, call people around on the referral list. Once you have the diagnostic, say, hey, the dealer gave me a price on a cat, and they said this is what it needs. It didn't pass emissions. What can you guys do? Because you'll find aftermarkets. I'm dealing with one on a Mercedes right now. The aftermarket could be, $300, $500. The factory could be a couple $1,00000.
Gotcha.
So don't freak out when it comes back.
For sure.
What'd you pay for it?
$2,500.
But if it runs around, I mean, her Subarus...
it runs around just fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it runs around, and they're kind of cool. Those Outbacks are kind of cool, even the older ones. What do you guys think of Subarus with that kind of mileage?
Well, they're the best car you want to own at 200,000 miles, probably.
I agree, and with good maintenance, they go for a long time.
yeah, a little better than a Saab, yeah. But even if you have to put cats on it, you spend $500, $600, $800, $700,
and it's gold,
and you're golden for a while, yeah.
Yeah. So make sure when it comes back, though, if they call you up and it's just outrageous, make sure you make a few calls, because it's going to be high coming from the dealer. And I know I've got dealerships we do, we endorse. So, but life is like that. When you own a dealership, you generally sell factory parts. It's part of your deal. When it comes to cats, not all parts, when it comes to cats, aftermarket is way cheaper if they know how to weld them. Hey, you hold on, or actually, Gabriel, call us back if you have any other questions. But that's the deal. She should have got it done in the first 3 days. And don't forget that. If you live in an emissions, in Colorado Springs, for example, it doesn't matter. But if you live in an emissions area, you get 3 days. They usually give you a voucher. You take that voucher, you go get it. If it can't pass emissions, they need to make it pass, or they need to give you a refund. But once you pass that period of time, it just turns into a nightmare. And by the way, that goes for private sales, too. Did you guys know that? Now, trying to hold a private sale when it doesn't pass in 3 days is really hard. Rocky's Autos, I want to tell you about Rocky's Autos. These guys have a unbelievable sale going on right now for Labor Day. The summer hours are still going on, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Get the kids down there, get everything. Yeah, they're kind of old school. They got the popcorn, the video games. They want to keep the kids busy while they show you all their inventory. They get new inventory all the time, and here's what I love about these guys. Ready? 40 lenders to choose from. Good credit, bad credit, they're going to hook you up with the best possible deal. They've got the best pricing, the best trade-in values. No pressure sales. They got the product price and process down. Rocky's Auto is where I like to go. 303-426-4646. 303-426-4646, or check them out at rockysautos.com. I know, don't scold me. What am I going to have, 45 seconds? Who was that, Rockies? Who was that? 8 seconds after I do it. Who was that?
That's the second thing.
Okay, got a couple of good things going here. I'm going to get Jeremy Curcio on for line 2 and 4. Jay Bretz is in Berthoud for line 3. He'll have good reception a little bit. The guy on line 1, he says there's this great place in the Springs, Mark, so I thought a potential RLN. Daff, write this down, or Dan. Auto truck
That's not the
service.
place that had that diesel problem.
That's what I was going to say. So I
Like similar
verified
name.
it's not Springs Truck and Auto
Okay.
Service, Daryl Draper. I verified it wasn't them. But Mark, this could be a good potential RLM for down there. They work on motor coaches and diesels.
Who's holding? Who do you want me to go to first? Chris?
I want you to go to Chris, and then I'll have Jeremy Curzio on for the insurance stuff.
Okay.
But Daff, do you want to take this warm lead?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. Is that okay?
Or do you want Sorolla to have it?
Don't make me.
Or do you want Sorolla to have
Who's your
it?
favorite?
Who's
your favorite?
Dan?
Exactly. I could have guessed that. Dan's not even in the mix. His name wasn't even up on the
Dan drinks beer!
I'm gonna
Oh, wait, you drink beer.
on login code
I'm
from
trying to help
Scott.
you out.
Because they're always
Yeah,
in
not
there.
there.
When you take that one, make sure you say not to be confused with the a-hole Daryl Draper in the Springs Truck and Auto Service.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, that's what I thought of, so I had to verify.
But we're sure. Yeah, okay.
Suzanne, how can I?
What is it, Daryl Draper?
Screenshot or email?
Springs.
What did you want to email this person?
Those TBS numbers.
TSB?
If you want to,
Just the
hey, if
number?
you want to text them to me, I'll email her. for
Just
you.
the numbers?
Whatever Mark said to email.
Yeah, the numbers.
Yeah,
However she can get to them.
Yeah,
She needs
I
to be able to print
I don't know
out.
if this computer had a
Oh, I see.
screenshot
Why?
and get it to you. And
Why don't you do this?
hit print.
There's
Huh. I see what you're saying.
yeah, because I'm not familiar with your guys' network and stuff as to how to send it.
I just lost it.
You don't do any more traditional,
Did I
though,
just
right?
lose your
I'm not
info?
talking like we were talking, but you
Maybe
don't
hit the
ever
forward
want me to
button.
advertise for traditional.
Everybody would think.
You did that forever, though. You
Okay.
told me.
Are you
Is
logged
it,
in for
there's,
email or anything?
there's just not,
No.
there's not as much money in it, or it's more tedious with.
Copy. I will get this. Just hold that up and then.
Oh, that's
I'll
true.
get it. So why is this a warm lead? Did they call?
Yeah, no, there isn't
Because
much
somebody's
money in
calling in to give these folks kudos, saying,
Oh, your
hey,
money
they're really
goes
great
up.
down
That
in the
Subaru
Springs.
too, with all that miles, valve adjustment.
Material, you gotta have
They're hydraulic, though.
closures and the.
Oh, are they on that?
They're what? Auto?
They're hydraulic.
I get a water when you get a minute.
I can't believe somebody's wanna be a body.
Daff's grabbing it.
Because I was gonna. Anybody else need a water?
Yeah.
Water,
I'm good,
water,
Dad.
water, water.
I did when I was a kid for about 15 years, and then I just couldn't get out of it fast enough.
I got a second one, Mark. I'll steal the first one when it comes.
Oh, cool.
What happened to the
It's one of our
torpedo?
biggest calls, lowballed by insurance. It's crazy. It's
Of
crazy.
course they do.
Oh, man.
But it's like warranty
Mine
companies
was about
fixing
10
cars.
grand.
I mean, you know.
We'll give you $35 an hour because that's the going rate in Denver.
Oh, that barbecue out there smells damn
I did
good.
They got
one.
barbecue?
I've seen it.
If it's in the
Oh, you
newsroom,
did,
go get
Mark?
on it.
I had an extra.
I'm surprised you didn't already have some.
I wasn't sure. Is that okay?
Take his
Right
head
there.
Oh, great.
And yeah.
Are you hungry again?
Oh, yeah.
I'm hungry.
He's got the metabolism of a Swedish
Before
boy.
you know it, his mic's gonna be US.
Mark doesn't eat barbecue. He's looking for donuts.
I'm on myself.
There's
Oh, my
donuts
God.
out there
There's a little
too.
sugar on
There's
that.
They
donuts
got
out
all kinds of food out
There's
there.
donuts.
Oh, my
out there,
God. I'm
Mark.
surprised you're not heavier than what you are. I don't know how you can eat all that stuff.
I don't see it.
Working around the house.
I look at a
house.
donut and gain 5 pounds.
Can you find me a phone number for
My
Icon?
girlfriend works at Shanahan's.
The bullet points I have no icon or no phone number.
And she posts pictures of what the chef has brought her for dinner, and she had, and I took this one picture, and I go, I'm just looking at the picture gaining weight, and you're skinny, and you eat like this. How in the heck?
Not fair.
She doesn't have time to go work out.
Not fair.
You know, one thing
most people don't know about Mark Machowski at Budget A1 Computers, A1 Computers, A1 Auto, geez, okay, let me start over. Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair is that he has the metabolism of a 17-year-old Swedish boy. I've never seen anything like it in my life. He must weigh under 200 by easy. He's very tall, and he's slim as it gets. Kevin, do I jest?
No, absolutely not. And he eats like a teenager.
I have never seen anything like it. He can smell barbecue like 4.5 miles away. He could eat an entire platter. He could follow it up with donuts from Voodoo Donuts with bacon and hamburgers in between and not gain a pound. In fact, I'm pretty sure he loses weight. Mark, tell us your secret, sir.
You know, my secret is I just keep real busy working out in the yard. I just got back from New York, like I said earlier, visiting my mom. I did a lot of work
I thought
out
he
there.
was going to say it's the whiskey at night.
No. It's just, I guess one of these days it's going to catch up with me when my metabolism slows down.
And it kills me because, you know, I eat once a day at 4. I literally eat once a day after 4.
I don't know how you do that.
And I've done it for almost a year now. You know, I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost 50 pounds. I'm down to like 185. I was at over 230, okay? Took me 9 months. Kevin, you're not a skinny guy.
Nope.
You and I have to work for it. No matter how you look at it, this guy can eat 3 pizzas, barbecue, 14 donuts, and like candy bars.
He gets lightheaded if he doesn't eat every hour.
God, I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. Now, he's not a handsome man by any... Just kidding. 303-713-8255. Chris, what's going on, man? Kudos to who?
Well, to an auto or truck repair in Colorado Springs.
Oh, who is it? We've got some, oh my goodness, Honest Accurate is great down there. Is it Honest Accurate?
No, this is for Class A motorhomes, big diesel, over the road.
Wow, I almost never hear good things whatsoever about shops like that.
It's Auto Truck Services, Inc.
Auto Truck Services, Inc.
I have a 40-foot American Eagle diesel pusher that they put a new fuel pump in, and they put a lift pump in it. Went to South Dakota in June. On the way back, was pulled over by another trucker saying, hey, you're spewing diesel.
Ooh.
Look under there. Well, one of the lines from the pump to one of the injectors had broke.
Wow.
So I'm 20 miles north of Denver, live here in the Springs.
Man.
Called them up. They sent the truck up there. He fixed it and said, you know, we forgot to put the insulator on those lines, which caused them to vibrate.
Well,
took it back down. They put the insulator on it. And then first of the month went to Sturgis for the motorcycle rally. Noticed a leak on the way up there. Got up to a friend of mine's house.
Chris, the bottom line is they did a great job, it sounds like.
Well, they drove 420 miles up there to South Dakota to repair the
That's my kind of shop. I'm coming up against a break, and that's kudos to Auto Truck Service, Inc. I want to make sure people don't confuse that with the bad guy, Daryl Draper's Spring Auto and Truck Service. But it sounds like Auto Truck Service, Inc. are great. Listen, we've got a lot coming up. David, insurance question, roofing questions, you name it, we got it.
Did you hear that? Wow. 420 miles they drove out there. Made a road call and fixed it.
Angie, would you send that last clip talking about that company to me? Actually, send it to Suzanne. She's going to forward it to Daphne.
I already wrote all the information on it.
No, but you want to send them the audio clip.
Trying to get them signed up.
Have you guys ever heard my Russian accent?
No, let's hear it.
Or my Russian impersonation?
Okay.
Oh, hello.
You are like my husband.
You want to hear my...
Just amuse themselves?
You want to hear my Spanish one? Oh, hello.
When Rick and I were first dating, he did something like that, and I go, oh, you know not how to speak Japanese. Like, it was so bad. He, like, switches from
One bad one to another.
Yeah, and Russian, and then when we go to England, we've got a really close friends that are from England, and he tries to do an English accent. They're like, "Oh, come on, Rick, do an English accent for us." And he'll try to do it, and they just laugh. They're like, "Oh my God, you are the worst."
That, the caller's name was Chris Cranston.
KK?
Deposit on hot tub. What's a good hot tub song?
Splish Splash.
No, you guys were endorsing a...
Splish Splash, I was taking a bath. Is that, do we have that for the hot tub one? Or like 70s porn music?
Do you, who would
What's the
use
difference
the
between 70s
cover
and
for
80s?
our pool? The electric thing that
Covers it?
covers it, it's not connecting.
It's not working?
Yeah, it's not working.
That sucks.
We don't have anybody, do we?
We used to,
Yeah.
but we do not. It's so, there's
We're
not a lot of
using
pool
the guy
companies
that
in
we
Colorado.
used to.
You
Yeah.
guys were endorsing a hot tub company about a year ago.
Yep.
And if my memory
I might sue 'em.
serves me right, their hot tubs or whatever, they inject the chemicals in all automatically. Is there a hot tub that does
We
that?
have so much technology.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
let me tell you the absolute real truth about a good hot tub, and I
Okay.
have one. You don't ever put chemicals in
Nope.
it.
Baking
Our hot
soda.
tub is absolutely clean as hell. Now, if our kids get in with their friends, which I pretty much, it hasn't happened for over a year, different story, then I'll shock it.
Yeah.
But honest to God, we do our water every 6 months. I never put any chemicals
Nice.
whatsoever in it.
Really?
The water's spotless.
He has
Our
those in
swimming
there.
pool is salt.
Well, it definitely has that,
Salt
but
water.
you,
So
That's what does it.
new
Don't-
people are the
Really?
worst in hot tubs because they've never
Wow.
been in, their body's not used to it,
And the salt just
and it gets
eats that
nasty.
bacteria right out.
Yeah.
We have
Sure, I
we
can
use
see
vinegar
that.
and baking soda to balance the pH.
Yeah, we use baking soda to
Okay,
balance.
so when the kids get in there, what are they? Just all sweaty? Is that why you have
Well,
to?
they wear suits.
The biggest
yeah.
thing is hair crab,
Yeah.
hair spray, hair.
Oh.
So you don't have to worry.
And they pee in it.
Oh yeah.
And urine, lots of urine.
And how do you know it needs to be cleaned after they
Look
get out
at
of
You,
it?
you can see it.
Oh, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
just see it's brown or different.
It just
different
gets
colors.
You see the
Oh.
oil.
Now our
you see the
oxygenator
hair.
will clean it. If you go, we use ours almost every night. If you go 3 days without using it, it'll pretty much clean itself with no
Oh,
chemicals.
wow.
These bubbles come up all the time cleaning it.
Sure.
But we made a mistake. We were in Canada. We went to a natural hot spring, and then
Got sulfur,
uh,
turds floating,
no, got what is it?
hepatitis.
A fungus or a green
Algae?
Algae. That's what I'm thinking.
Sure.
And
And how did you get that in your hot tub?
from the swimming suit that we were wearing at
The hot
the
springs.
hot springs, and then brought it back.
Cool.
And every once in a while, we still will have a spore issue and have to pour more extra salt in,
Got it.
and then it
But you
turns
like
yellow
how
and
much
then
salt?
it's great.
As much as in the
Just
ocean?
a big bag.
No, as much as
Big
in the
bag
ocean.
of
What
salt.
percentage?
Oh God, Rick would know.
I'll tell you, is it
It's an
salt-
outside job.
No, is it
He doesn't have
salt-
to cook.
Is it saltier though than the ocean, or?
It's salty, but it's not like the ocean.
Right, right.
I mean, but you can float. It's enough to where I can just lay there and I float.
Wow. Dan
So-
just did this nasty
And our
thing.
hot tub's kind of salty.
What was it called?
Was the diversion tank,
They put him in a tank.
Cryo, the
It's
freezing.
got water.
No, where you just lay in the tank and they shut it up and
Oh,
stuff.
God, I'm
and you just let that-
And you
claustrophobic.
float in it. It's
There
like
was a
floating
movie
in a
about that.
MRI.
Yeah.
Back in the.
But they
Oh,
don't
an MRI.
change the water for the next guy, and they make
They
you
filter it.
sign.
They filter it.
They
Well,
make
you know,
you
it's-
sign something saying
It's
you
dark
won't
in
piss
there,
it.
so you can't see.
Yeah, that's right. You can't even see it. If you don't see it, it's not there.
Was it an MRI?
If you
No,
believe it, it's not a lie.
There was a movie made about that
There was,
back
yeah.
in the 70s.
Yep.
Movie made about what?
John Hurt was in it. God,
Another
good.
one.
What are you doing?
About floating in the tank and you dream.
Yeah,
it's
he
relaxing.
dropped
They also have the freezing where it's really cold.
The
You
night
go
vision,
into and it.
I don't want to do that.
I guess
You know,
it's
I've never
supposed to be
understood
good
it. It
for
was
you.
all around New York. Cold sculpting. Oh.
Oh yeah, no, it's
That's
How does
they,
that work?
They freeze you and cut your fat out.
They freeze the fat.
It
Right,
freezes the
right.
fat
And they
then
die.
you,
and they
It's a
just-
real
you
thing.
pee it out.
Yeah.
Trust me, you don't need it.
You don't need it.
Um,
I had it. when it was first done.
Wow,
and
does it
worked.
work?
Why won't you
Wow.
be? Why won't you be a good? Why?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Tripping over your own tongue.
Why won't you have a threesome?
Why won't I have a threesome?
Because you'd have to buy shag carpet.
Oh, get a mustache.
I thought Mark was
Get a
asking
70s
Dan to
mustache.
have one, Suzanne.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh yeah.
Woo! I knew you guys
Boy,
were
you-
good friends.
you-
But
You
hello.
screwed me for life on that vision.
Yeah, I can't
Can you
get that
imagine
out
waking
of my
up
head.
next to Dan?
I'm not an orgy guy. I'm not an orgy guy.
This show's going to hell. Yeah.
It is. Oh my
I'll
God.
get robes.
You have to buy robes, shag carpet, and grow a mustache.
I did
Well, Cheryl
see-
and I went to a hot tub place where it was all naked. I
Oh,
said,
my
you know what, I'm going to go for it. Let's just do it. Cheryl said, I don't think I'm going to do it when we go. I said, I'll do it. Well, she did it too. And I don't know, for the first 2 minutes, it was a little uncomfortable. Out in Sedalia, you know where the Great Sand Dunes are, in that section out there.
Oh,
We
the
did it up at Strawberry.
Yeah, so I just took everything off. Cheryl's like, man, you really do it. And I said, yep, I don't care. I don't know these people. They don't know me. I'm just going to get in there and do it. And
until they
You know
got
what,
the
my
phone out
dad-
and started Facebooking live.
My dad says if you see something you haven't seen before, shoot it.
This is a real budget.
Or cut it off.
It's budget A1.
Yeah,
I
don't
just-
mind the.
Everyone's staring at me. It must have been like 20 people. I was like,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Took my socks off, my shoes on. And just,
Were you the first one?
Oh, it was only
Yep.
socks and
Really?
shoes you
yeah,
took
then
off.
Cheryl followed me. She did it too.
It was only his socks and shoes.
Stop holding your shots.
That's
It
what
was
he
an
said.
adjustment.
I
For the
took off
first
my
5
socks, I took off my shoes.
For the first 5, I mean, maybe 10 minutes, I was like,
Guys,
Where
when
your
I
eyes
when
are
I
going.
ask you when we do a roofing thing,
supposed to be
I'm going to say,
water.
does everybody know the motto of Excel? I want you all to say it at the
Not
same
just
time.
standing there like
Do you know what
this,
it
Mark.
is?
what? What's that?
Sometime during the hot tub, work it in, maybe low. We'll see how it goes. Or coming back.
But no
You
doubt.
don't pay a cent until you're content.
Yep.
Ah, yes, it's the Troubleshooter Show, where we solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. We attempt to entertain. I guess sometimes that doesn't happen, but you know how that goes. But our main goal, and I mean this, our main goal is to recover money for you. If you've been ripped off or taken advantage of, this is the show. In studio with me, some of our great experts at ReferralList.com. By the way, if you're new to the show, ReferralList.com is where you go for the great guys. You realize it's been along way longer than Angie's List, Home Advisor. It's the original and it has teeth. And what I mean by that is our vendors on there, I don't care if they're roofers, attorneys, hair people, I don't care what they are. They have been not just background checked, but they signed our code of ethics. That is more important than the background check for this reason. If we, meaning Tom and myself, do not like what's going on, we intervene and they agree to that. Our code of ethics is the best in the business, and it's made to protect the consumer. In studio with me, Mark Machowski, Budget A1, transmission and auto repair, and boy, did I hear a story during the break on that. Kevin Calkin with Sheridan Auto Tech. Nick Yutzi, the man with the plan, the magician, and I call him that because he can take these tools and do paintless dent repair like I've never seen. Literally, in the past month, he's done 2 cars for Daphne, 2 cars for me, 1 car for Tom or 2, Nick? I forget. 1 car for Tom, his main traveler. And you ask why? Well, we were all sitting right here at the radio station and a hailstorm zipped through. So any hail that you still have that damage, Nick will save you money. He'll get you a rental car. He might even be able to save you the entire amount of your deductible. He's just, okay, here's the bottom line. Whether you're paying cash or going through insurance, you're not going to get a better deal than Nick's going to give you. And you can search Flexident on the referral list. Same with Budget A1 and Sheridan Auto Tech. Let me get right to David, though. David's got an insurance question. David, what is it, sir?
Hey, I had someone hit my car.
Got it.
And to get the repair done, I had an estimate made. The estimate was $2,500. The insurance company is only giving me $1,500.
What kind of vehicle is it, Jeremy?
It's a 2013 Honda Civic.
So I assume they're not saying it's totaled. They're just saying it's going to cost less to fix.
Sure. And the quote that I got from a good auto body shop was $2,500.
Yeah.
And their recommended auto body shops. I don't want to take it there because they all have really bad reviews.
Well, you don't have to take it there. You don't have to take it to anybody that you don't want to take it to, but you can't simply also take it to the most expensive. In other words, if the average is $500, you can't go to a body shop that's going to charge $1,200. Well, you can go there, but the insurance company doesn't have to pay it. But hold on a second. Let's bring up Jeremy with Compass Insurance on our referral list or referrallist.com. Jeremy, by the way, I love you guys. You know why? You know how much money I spent with you last month? You guys should love me. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I love you, but you saved me a lot of money. We spent over $15,000. Listen, $15,000, guys, on insurance last month with Compass. And here's the remarkable part. They probably saved us from other things we were looking at. But forget about that, Jeremy. Here's what I want to know right now. How does it work if you want to bring it to a specific place and it's a higher estimate than what they're willing to give?
The insurance company it's probably one or two things. One is that bid is out of line. And then in that case, you would just want to get a couple other bids. So if you went in with 2 or 3 bids that are all about the same price,
it's not going to be an issue.
At that point, it's not an issue.
Now, let me ask you this. Can they say, can this caller say, can David go, I only want factory Honda parts. That's it. I don't want any aftermarket. I don't care if it's the windshield. I want a Honda windshield. Can he demand factory parts?
No, you'd have to have the coverage. So the auto policy is going to have a specific coverage for OEM parts. So if you don't have that specific coverage, then the insurance company doesn't have to.
So what should he do if he wants to bring it to this one body shop? And I'm sorry, David, you said it's $2,500. How much did they want to give you?
$1,500. My deductible's $1,000. They want to give me $500.
So have you discussed it with them that payout's way less than the bid you're getting?
Yes, I have, and I actually missed a call from my insurance adjuster while I was on hold for you guys. So I want to know what I should fire back at them when I do talk to them.
Well, here's something that I want to say is possible. Then I promise, Jeremy, I'll let you talk there. But maybe what's happening is they're just looking at it real quick, and the company he took it to that looked at it found more stuff that was damaged, and that's why it's more. So in other words, even another place would end up charging more around that $2,500.
Exactly, and I was going to say the same thing, and that's, the majority of these cases, that's exactly. You have an adjuster, they're kind of visually inspecting it, they're not tearing down the vehicle, they're not seeing internal damage, anything like that. You get it in the shop, they tear it down, all of a sudden there's the difference in price, and that's really common. So that's where usually the body shop and the adjuster should be able to communicate and see if that's what's going on in
David,
this case.
what I would do is what Jeremy said off the bat. You got one estimate. If you can go get 3 that are all around that same, you're going to be in a much better position. Who's your insurance company? And I ask this for a reason.
It's USAA.
Okay. I don't know much about them, and I know Compass, you guys don't. Are they a captive audience?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's where I was getting to. What's unique about using someone like Compass is this. If you actually bought a policy through Compass, A, you'd save money. But beyond that, these guys would fight for you. You wouldn't be the one dealing with it right up. You would actually have someone to fight. So after this is said and done, David, call up Compass, and I'll give that number. They're going to beat whatever you're paying now. I know people love their insurance companies, but I've been here long enough to know if you've had the same insurance company for 2 or 3 years, they're probably giving you the okey doke. They're raising those rates no matter if you have claims or not. So give him a call there, but get 2 more estimates. Hopefully they're around the 25. But when you talk to the adjuster, ask them why. You said, what should you ask them? Literally, Jeremy, wouldn't you agree? Why is mine so different? And let him explain, and then go get some more estimates.
Yeah, and that's basically just say, hey, I'm getting this bid. It's higher. Can you guys match this, or did you miss damage?
Well, I deal with this a lot of times with supplements. You get a supplement. You find the additional damage. You call the adjuster. They come out, and they'll look it over. And there should be no problem.
That's what Jeremy's saying. That's Nick Yutzy with Flexident. So a lot of times they'll come out, they'll look at the car for paintless dent repair. Yep. They'll miss about 15 little dents because their eyes not trained like yours. So then you call them up, and all of a sudden they just come up with the other money. So David, that could actually be what's going on.
Yep.
Okay, that's great advice. I just have one other question here. A chunk of glass went into my leg that broke off of this person's mirror because they hit the car door while I was standing there.
Yeah.
And a chunk of glass is in my leg. I thought my skin would reject it, but it's actually
How long has it been in your leg?
Couple weeks.
My God, man. I mean, that sounds crazy. You've been...
Go to the doctor.
What's your question? Go get it looked at. Seriously, did you hide? Is that your only? You're not at fault. The other person is, right?
Correct.
So did they get? Oh, it's a hit and run. Well, you should have. Well, here we go. Jeremy, what should he have?
Yeah, so on that,
MedPay.
He'd have MedPay. He should have MedPay.
Did you pay? If you have MedPay, they're going to cough up. What's the minimum? 5,000.
5,000.
You're going to at least have 5,000. No questions asked. Now, if it's 2 weeks later, is that a big deal with MedPay?
Probably not. No, I don't think it would be.
I mean, geez, I got shot with an arrow. I figured it'd fall out, but it's still there. David, David, if you have MedPay, you've got $5,000 worth of money to cover exactly what you're talking about. You got to go into a clinic or an emergency room or your healthcare provider, whatever it is.
Sure.
All right?
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the advice. I appreciate it.
You got it. And listen, seriously, man, call Compass right after this and see how much you'll save. 303-996-9000. What I love about it is, you know, that one company, I'm not going to say, it says, hey, 15 minutes and you'll save, what is it, 15%? Right. 15 minutes, save 15%. Well, let me tell you this. How about this? 20 minutes, it might take them a little longer because they don't have 9,000 people there, but they've got a lot of great people there. How about this? 20 minutes can save you up to 40%. I like that better. 303-996-9000. Jeremy, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome. All right, seriously, I use them. Tom uses them. In fact, turn your mic on. I'm not hearing you. Uh-oh. Tell me, is he coming through? Uh-oh. Hit the other one. Hit this one over here. Hit that one. Hit this one. Now, that's a lot better. So you use them for garage keepers?
All my insurance.
All your insurance.
But they actually found that my agent prior was cutting the benefit,
They were screwing you.
We didn't have the coverage we thought we had.
Man, we got to figure out that mic on the break, but that's okay. Kill that. 303-713-8255. Listen, we're going to have one of my favorite referral list members coming on as an expert, Jay Bretz with Excel Roofing. He'll be coming on, but he's coming on because Eric's got a question on someone estimating the roof. Roofers, man, we get more calls on roofers, well, and insurance than ever. And by the way, we've got a problem with four-wheel parts in Westminster. Are they might, I don't think they're, no, not in Westminster.
Yeah, they're a chain or something. I've never heard of them.
That's weird.
It's not the same as 4x4.
And then Nancy has a problem with a deposit on a hot tub. I'm dying to figure out what that is, so we'll do that. But listen, right now, these guys have a Labor Day sale that's going to blow you away. I just bought an RV from Century RV, and that's who I'm talking about. They are the largest. If you want a fifth wheel, you're not going to get a better price than Century RV. 2 locations, one off I-25, one down in Golden, but largest Cougar fifth wheel dealer in the nation. They also have the largest, and I mean the largest, used inventory in the state. They have Keystone travel trailers starting at $10,900. Keystone, great brand, awesome, brand new for $10,900. 2 no locations, once again. Get down there this weekend. Wheel and deal with them. They want to move these for this Labor Day sale. If you're looking to buy an RV, it's towards the end of the season. Take what I'm saying as gospel. It is the time to buy now, and it's Labor Day. They want to move these units. They're open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6, during the summer till 7. North of Denver, I-25 at the Highway 119 exit to Longmont, and in Lakewood, basically 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims. CenturyRV.com, CenturyRV.com, CenturyRV.com.
Great, Jay.
I didn't know you were running the show.
Damn.
But it remembers everything?
Damn.
They do that, really. They do got things about it. what's it, Century or
Oh,
stuff like that, all this stuff.
Can't do it. I know. She's like,
Well,
"Can you
yeah,
take
you
it
know, I
down?"
understand, but just
We're
how
on
he
our
says
phone.
it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was working.
It's
And
working
not.
good, because you got
And even my
different things
headphones.
coming in.
Yeah,
You're
wired.
right.
Okay, so mine's
Well,
out.
it's out.
Okay, you don't need to talk.
And I'll try to do
I
it
like to
between.
talk.
I'll do it.
If I need to talk, I'll run in and use your phone.
We'll get it.
I don't need to.
That's why you like to talk. That's why they're turning your mic off.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I
Did we
think
get it
Mark,
fixed?
I think Mark gave
What
a
if
signal. So he switched. So when you need to talk, you need to click this.
Why didn't
I
you
don't
go?
have
Oh,
a mic.
did you kick something?
I'm gonna take the binge in this food.
It's
Oh, it's not
this is
kicked?
one that has bad before. I mean, it was the same.
But
That's
it was
always what
perfectly
happens over
fine,
there.
but
It
with
was.
something
No,
hit.
he came in.
Oh, try it now.
No.
They said it's fixed.
Oh wait, then we have to switch
How
back.
did they know? I kicked it
Oh,
again.
it's not fixed. Switch
Oh,
it
it's
back.
it's fixed because she switched it.
I don't know. Can you hear it?
I'm not messing with what Angie's putting down.
Check.
So I have kicked it before, but I haven't kicked it since.
You haven't kicked it today?
And before when they accused me of kicking it, he says, no, everything's fine. So it wasn't me.
Well,
It's easy to do, though. They should put up a little barrier.
a little door.
I'm going to do
Door.
icon.
He said a little door.
A little door. So they can open it up.
God, I was playing my girlfriend's grandson, 3.5 years old.
Playing with them. Wore you out.
My knee.
Were you giving a horsey ride?
No, we were playing something with a ball. I don't know. It started out as basketball, but it
Turned into a
turned into
a 3-year-old game.
Yeah, exactly.
And a hurt knee.
football game.
So we'll get involved running after the ball. Yeah.
When you give them the horsey ride, the kids love that.
My
Yeah.
dad.
What barbecue is it?
Well, I don't know. Who got it from?
God.
Pulled pork. We got some ribs here.
Man.
This looks great.
Brothers. I like brothers.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Wonderful.
When I was
Go get
growing
some,
up,
Dano.
I landed funny.
Man, it's good. Looks good.
You broke your arm?
It just hairline fracture.
There's barbecue in there, Shrola.
You know what? Yeah, they were like, he felt horrible. I've never seen my
How'd
dad cry.
You didn't say toughen up?
No.
Toughen up, girl!
No, my dad was really abused growing up, and so he never touched us, never any, abuse as far as, because he was beat. And so.
Your dad?
Yeah.
What's wrong with being
So was mine.
That was it. So,
I'd like to work
so
in
that he was
possibly
devastated.
Steve the Painter, if you think it makes sense on door.
Yeah.
Or, you know what, maybe Star, I don't know.
Most people,
I
should
was,
say everybody.
my brother and I were swinging my little sister, doing the basket thing, and her arm dislocated.
Oh, God, yeah.
Here's the thing that we played at our school. They would dog pile, they would get it, and get 4 guys on, one each.
Eric
leg,
dropped
and
again.
And then they'd swing them. 1, 2, 3, and throw them in the air. And it kept on going like that till some guy broke his collarbone.
Oh yeah, we used to play
I tell
Red
you, Mark,
Rover,
you're nice.
and I mean,
What's that?
Oh, Rover,
people
Rover,
got-
that
and we
green
used to climb
people
those
Really,
ropes all the way to
This
the
is
top,
really
and now there,
amazing.
there was no padding underneath.
Amazing.
It was like,
Holy crap.
Okay, that's enough.
Fuck. All
We
right.
had a teeter-totter that they would go around and stuff, and we'd get in there and push them around, and it'd go, some guys couldn't hold on, and they'd, no,
I know.
that-
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing that you said, that you brought up, that you were good, yeah,
What, who?
that he did
Huh?
the supplement
What?
on both of our
Huh?
cars.
Hmm.
You can't hear me because my
Well,
mic
like you
doesn't
said,
work.
you take something apart, and then you find out more wrong with it.
Well, yeah, there's always
You know,
something.
right,
wrong.
absolutely.
Well, maybe not with PDR, but with, how often
Yeah.
out of 10 do you have supplements?
Ours
10?
was, my car
Yeah.
was $500
Really?
more,
Ours don't
and the
have enough,
BMW was
I was going to
$300.
ask you when we were on the
Where
air,
they
but I'll end up
I was going to ask
They
you when we were on
say
the
how
air, do you do
many-
motorhomes?
Dents,
No.
or what do they say?
Oh my God, what
Yeah,
a
you
ticket
get
that
an
would be.
adjuster.
Yeah.
Or airplanes.
And you get your light on.
I can't even imagine what my RV would
Helicopters.
cost if it got hit with a big hailstorm.
So if you have like 100 dents, little ones, and
Because
stuff,
there's
is
AC
it
units,
faster to do
there's
this
satellites.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh my God, and then just I bet they
I was
told
gonna
us.
ask them.
I bet they told
Than they
us.
used to do the glue. So the glue, if you have like 5 or 6 and stuff, but if you got a bunch that way, you can boom. Like
Okay, I gotta talk about Icon! Yes, Icon!
I care Tom got these new lenses, and I can't brag. He bragged about these so much when he first got them. So he didn't even have cataracts, but he wanted to be able to see close and far without having LASIK and having one eye for far and one eye for close. Icon has the most amazing thing. It's new crystal clear lenses. You can actually, they replace your lenses. Listen to this, you'll never get cataracts. And if you have cataracts right now and a surgery coming up, they can basically charge you an upgrade fee to get into them. If you're on Medicaid or something, that'll pay for the majority of them, or any health insurance. But I'm telling you to look into them. They're brand new lenses that can zoom in and zoom out. I mean, it's like a bionic eye. It is the most incredible thing I have ever seen. When he first had it done, I think he had one eye done. It took about 2 weeks to be completely healed. Then he got the other eye done. The guy only wears glasses now, and I mean only. I see him maybe once a week wear them when he's squinting at something on his phone, something I'd have to look at too, and I have good eyes. He's probably got better than 20/20, and he can see far and close. Icon Eye Care. They're the best out there. Ask him about the new crystal clear lenses. If you need new lenses because of cataracts or anything else, please look at them. It's going to change your life. 720-524-1001. They have locations all over the Front Range. They also do all kinds of stuff. I mean, they'll do LASIK. They'll do it. Excuse me. They'll do absolutely everything. Icon LASIK, 720-524-1001. Eric, what's going on with your roof, sir?
Yeah, thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely.
I live in Colorado Springs, and my roof got hit really hard in the August hailstorm.
Okay.
And I've had a lot of people stopping by, a lot of companies.
Of course.
And it seems as though my insurance company
Door
gave
knockers.
me, they came out, they said it was a complete replacement. They gave me a check for it.
Yep. How much do they give you? I'm curious. How much?
About $20,000.
So they gave you $20,000 for the initial thing. Then what? What's your question?
What? Well, the question is I've had a couple roofing contractors that, they want the estimate before they provide their own estimate.
Yeah.
And then it seems like their deal is to increase that estimate as much as possible. Now, I have one roofing contractor that said, hey, I can replace the roof for the amount the insurance company has provided. That's adequate. That's fair. And we can replace all the, give you a completely new roof with exactly what you have. These other guys are coming back in and saying, we can increase the bid up to about $30,000.
Yeah.
And we're basically going to charge the insurance company more for that.
Yeah.
And my question is why would I do that if I'm not getting anything different than someone that is doing it at their same cost?
Well, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll
have a claim.
I'm going to play this role. I'm going to play this role, and I'm you. I've paid insurance, and it's very expensive each year. In fact, we live out in the Black Forest in Franktown. It's extremely expensive. I pay a ton of money for home insurance. I get hit with hail. I want every single penny that contract says I should get. Every single penny. And I guarantee it's probably, Eric, I'm going to go to Jay Bretz in a minute. He's going to give you an opinion. But if it's $20,000, I bet if you got a public adjuster out there, and I want you to listen to what I'm saying because I want you to do this and be my experiment. I bet if you got a good public adjuster out there, he would find, you ready for this? $40,000. Now, this is me. Right. If you can take that $40,000 and make deals with people, okay, this is an insurance fraud. I can already hear people, you can't do that. And you can actually go out and get everything done and negotiate a good discount. Your insurance company might actually let you play the general contractor and make 10%. I don't know what your policy says. Right. But I'm telling you, if the initial was $20,000 from the insurance company, there's probably another $20,000 sitting there on your fence, on your deck, on your window seals, on your windows, on your cement, on anything. There's a lot more money sitting out there. And if they owe it to you because you've been paying that for a long amount of time, why would you possibly feel guilty getting every dime from what your agreement is with them? I guarantee they don't feel guilty when they overcharge you.
Well, the deal is that these roofing companies, they're wanting that $30,000, and I asked them. I said, "Well, where's the difference? Is the difference in shingle? Is the difference in size, quantity?" And they said, "No, it's just basically profit."
Well, okay.
So why would I want to give them?
Well, okay, that's a great question, and that is why I want to bring up Jay Bretz. Jay, that's an amazing question. If what he's saying is correct, and you know there's roofers out there, if the roofer's looking at the estimate and looking at the house and going, well, I know we can get $30,000 and we can do all this, why? Why would it be that way?
Hey, Mark, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you? Are you recovered, by the way?
Yeah, I pulled that piece of glass out of my leg, you know, instead of going to the doctor. I just decided to have my son do it with the pliers. But I'm coming
that's
back
great.
on I-70. Just a traffic report for everybody. I-70 is already pretty full heading westbound, and it's stop and go at Floyd Hill. So if you guys are heading to the mountains for the weekend, take that patience pill and try to get on the road early.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go straight to roofing. And I was joking with Suzanne on the phone. You know why do roofers do that? Because we're greedy. No, this is what the deal is. These roofers that are coming in saying, okay, you got a $20,000 settlement, we can make it $30,000. What should be done, the proper way to do it, is to use the insurance adjustment software called Xactimate. You put in all of the items on Xactimate, and you come up with what the fair insurance settlement should be.
And that's it.
And that's the way to do it. And that's what your public adjuster that you're talking about is going to do also.
Well,
he's going to include the windows, siding, and all of that other stuff.
Jay, we've argued about this, though. Not really argued, but my only difference is you guys are great roofers. You're great, great, great. I'd use you in a heartbeat, but I wouldn't trust your guys to look at my windows and my little teeny seals that a public adjuster would find. I simply wouldn't, because your guys, well, maybe your guys are trained in windows, but I've seen some windows that the naked eye would never be able to tell had hail damage that our public adjusters have gotten $5-10 grand on for replacement.
You're absolutely right, Mark, and I agree with that. Here, Mark, we're not going to do the full scope adjustment over everything. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on the roof.
Eric, say what you just said again.
Oh, absolutely, and we're just focusing on the roof, Mark. You're trying to go off in different directions and tangents. This company is saying, no, I can replace your roof, but boy, I can get $30,000 out of the insurance company as opposed to $20,000, and boy, that's great for you. And I'm wondering why that would be great for me. And we're not talking about, hey, they're not going out saying, hey, I can replace your windows, or I can replace your.
I think what Jay's saying is it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, right, Jay?
It does. They're inflating.
God, they sound the same.
Like smoke and mirrors to me. What you should be doing is be getting a report like a public adjuster or a company like Excel will do, an Xactimate report, and tell you, okay, this is exactly how much the insurance company should be paying. This is what a fair price is.
Jay, I'm going to squeeze you. Eric, did you sign a contract with anybody yet?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so here's what
I've worked with Excel Roofing in the past, and they've been great.
Well, watch this. Watch this.
I'm being overwhelmed with roofers that are trying to do
Jay?
this other. I think it's a scheme.
Jay's going to get mad at me because they're busy down there in the Springs. But Jay, do me a favor. Would you do a solar fan for him if you do it at no extra cost? And would you? He is going to be mad. And would you do a hail-resistant shingle? If everything works out, the numbers are there, and you guys look at it. Is that, I know I'm saying 2 upgrades, not 1. Is that even feasible?
You're stretching things on me, Mark, but if the numbers are there in the deal, we can do it.
Eric, I'd call him and at least get that, and then the bare minimum is you're going to know exactly what you can get on the roof part, and he's going to give you some upgrades, man.
Yeah.
And you know what those upgrades do, Eric? That 1 upgrade, you know what it does, the Class 4 shingle? It'll lower your homeowners in most cases.
Right, and that's what I have now. I have a storm-resistant shingle, and that's what they're going to replace. But I kind of look at this as I have a relationship with my insurance company.
Yeah,
they've been very responsive.
Yeah, you pay them all
helpful.
the time.
Well, I do, but I don't. Why would I bring in another outside party to kind of get in between us to take advantage of the insurance company?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because I hate insurance companies. I don't care who they are. So that's why I would. And it's not taking advantage. If I have an agreement in writing with someone where I pay X amount for X amount coverage, the bottom line, the 100% bottom line, Eric, is they owe me that. That's what the coverage says. That's why. That's why. You should look at your window seals. You should look at everything. I don't know what else to tell him. He wants to go cheer for his insurance company. Go cheer on a different show. By the way, Jay Bretz, Excel Roofing, 303-761-6400. Jay, I appreciate it. Hope you're not mad I put you on the spot.
Mark, I want to talk about what you were talking about.
Yeah, I don't have any time.
Okay. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Jay. Have a good day, man. I'm so behind. Tom would shoot me if he was here. All right, once again, Jay Bretz is at 303 I already lost it.
761-6400, Mark.
Thank you, babe. All right, listen, I want to talk to Brent Ivinson with Ideal Home Loans. Brent, it's a busy freaking weekend. Are you guys open all day today? You're closed, you've got to be closed Monday, though, right?
We are. We're open today. We are closed on Monday. We're going to be off for the holiday. But, you know, I think the big thing right now for listeners, we're seeing mortgage rates at their lowest levels of the entire year right now. So kind of a welcome surprise as we come into a busy and expensive weekend. And as you know, we've talked about this many times, there's a lot of people who can benefit from this. If you're looking at refinancing, lower rates put more money back in your pocket. If you're looking at buying, lower rates put more home available out there for you for a lower monthly payment. And again, the Federal Reserve has made it abundantly known. They want to keep hiking rates through the end of the year. It's going to get more expensive. This is a little window of opportunity. Take advantage of it. A small gift heading into a very, very long weekend.
Brent, I want to bring something up a little different. A lot of people that are in a 30-year fixed mortgage, I really don't care what the interest rate is at this point, but let's say they're 2 or 3 years into it, and their income, because the economy's been good, the income has gone up a little. The best thing they could do, in my opinion, if they can make the payments, is you refi into a 15. You guys can do that. You guys can even refi them into a 10. I challenge anybody out there to calculate your 30 into a 15 or 10-year product, how much money you save. On the average house in Denver, I would guess you're going to save, Brent, give me an idea, $400,000-$500,000?
You're well over 6 figures in payments and interest when you go to a shorter-term mortgage. And here's the great thing. Your payment's not going to double because the interest rates are so low on these things. You're only going to go up incrementally, but the amount of money you save over time is astronomical. It's the smartest thing you can do with your home loan by far.
You have to do this kind of move, folks. This is purely look at how you can pay your home off quicker. The other thing, high credit card debt, and I want to stress this to people. Credit cards, if you're in the cycle where you're paying that minimal at 18, 20, 28% every single month, you refi, you pay those off, and all that interest you were paying 18 to 28% will go down to 4, 4.25, or whatever rates are on the mortgage product you're looking at. Save money. Quit paying the banks. Quit making these guys rich when you can take your own destiny into your hands, and I'm not kidding. That's why we love Ideal Home Loans. Listen to this, 303-867-7000, 303-867-7000. They're called Ideal Home Loans for a reason. They have every product you can imagine. Call them up, save money if you're paying high interest on anything. 303-867-7000. I can't stress it enough.
No, actually, in the last month, they've gone down a quarter.
No.
Wow.
Hey,
what do you think is going to happen? You know, he's going to hit that $200 billion more tariffs for China. China's talking about selling all their bonds, their government bonds. I wonder if that's going to affect the interest rates.
Sue, will you tell Angie his mic is not working?
I think she knows that. He's going to have, is he plugged in over here?
No, she already switched it. Yeah,
oh, now we have neither?
No, that'll put us live on the air. You don't push that unless we're on the air.
Right.
You did. You lit it up.
Oh, sorry. This is what you have to push to talk about.
Yeah, we got you in here. They had this fixed. I don't know why it's not fixed now.
Well, it fixed earlier. It worked earlier.
I've done this with my insurance company. I get a bid. I like say $20,000, right?
No,
I find a company do the same job with the same materials for $10,000.
Yes.
I pay the insurance company.
No problem.
I pay the roofer $10,000.
Yeah, but the problem is
my I have right now. I have
why it's not.
Yeah, it was working.
Actually, Compass just
I
put me
think
in
we have Safeco.
Safeco, when we had them and had a hailstorm in Castle Rock, I played general contractor, I hired a public adjuster. Bottom line, I was a GC, and my insurance company paid me time and materials just like they would. So I made 10% overhead and profit.
Yeah. So
my entire claim was about $35,000. They wrote me a check for $35,000, then gave me 10% over that. I got everything done. Everything done. I know people though. I mean, come on, face it. That's the world. For about 20 grand, I end up making 15 grand. 100% legit. Right. Nothing not legit about it. My roof was done, my deck was done, the painting was done, the siding was done, everything was done. I just got it done at way better prices. But I played the general contractor.
Right.
Right.
Well, when our house burnt down, the one thing we
House
really,
How'd that happen?
Oh,
yeah,
the
we lost
entire
everything.
house.
When was this?
8 years ago.
And how did it burn down?
My husband's 72
car caught on
Corvette
fire.
backfired, and he had a little fuel leak he didn't know about. It backfired, traveled up, caught
It
the
was in a
car,
garage
blew
and did
the
one of those.
lid off of the,
What was that
blew the
movie?
fuel line off.
You know what I'm talking
He
about?
was knocked out from the concussion of the explosion. His foot was on the gas. I was 3 steps away, opened the door, was hit with the backdraft.
Wow.
Burnt my hair off to here. I breathed it in. Caught the curtains behind me on fire. And then it,
Can we get Steve on?
because his foot was on the gas and it landed on my Porsche. So we lost Corvette, Porsche, and Volvo XC90. The only thing that survived was a '99 Dodge Ram.
Wow.
But the thing that we really found out is they're not there for you. They are there to spend the least amount of money.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
so I can go straight to 54.
And
We'll
when
go
we
out
saw
early.
the
You'll play
cars,
2 blocks.
The Volvo.
Geez, the
they
only
gave
reason
us-
I don't
we
like
had
that, I
just
don't know how
bought-
many
we only
people
had it
we
for maybe
lose.
4 months. So they gave us a price very close to what we had paid for. We're like, that's great.
Yeah.
The Porsche,
That's where the negotiation.
that year, there were only like 400 made. Now there's only 399. And it was.
I want to
they
quiz
just
Steve
didn't
on it.
produce as many, so the value of the car of that Porsche was more. And they gave us a general, and Rick came back and negotiated. So we took the second offer. On the Corvette, they lowballed us. Rick goes, no, I'm not taking that. The second one, he goes, no, I'm not taking that. Then he went to China. He was out of town.
Did I
They
do
wanted to
Genesis,
get
guys?
this off of the table.
I don't remember.
They came back with this outrageous, and Rick goes, well, I kind of feel bad taking it. I said, we're going to get screwed one way or the other. Take it. And so the longer you wait, they want to get that off of their desk because the car, we're dealing with a different part of our insurance. They wanted it off of their desk, and so they just kept raising the price. So the longer you can sit on it.
Sure. Got it. What kind of Porsche was it?
It was, what year was it? 87 Carrera. 911. And then as far as the house, you know, you have to remember every single thing and write every single thing down.
I know.
And so I still remember. So we have 3 acronyms: AF, FF, and BF. So AF after fire, BF before fire, and FF fucking fire, depending on how we were talking about it.
Got it.
But I still will remember things that I forgot to write down.
Of course.
And so then they came back on me and they go, what, you can't do that, you know, we're not here to make you better than you were before. And I said, listen here, lady. I said, we will never be made whole. Yeah. I said, I am not trying to take advantage. If you're going to push back on me, I said, there are so many things I can push back on you about. And I just held my ground. I didn't take shit.
So then you had a whole new house built?
Yeah, but we put a lot of money in to that house being built, and we built it the way we wanted it.
Sure.
But we just paid our house off, too. So people don't realize you still have to pay your mortgage when you don't have a house.
Right, absolutely.
People don't know that.
How about the wow factor? What I'm talking about, too, is if you ever in your life walked into a house, maybe a neighbor's house, I don't know, your parents' house anyway, and you just go, oh, my God, look at this bathroom, look at this kitchen. I've always wanted to have something like this. This isn't your run-of-the-mill thing. This isn't your builder grade. This is the most gorgeous thing in the world. How do we get something like that? How much does it cost? And is it hard to do? Do I have to hire numerous different people? Not with House Modern. It's turnkey. They do kitchens, baths, closets, from the floor to the ceiling, from the paint to the trim. These guys are incredible. Now, I'm going to tell you this. They're not the cheapest in the world, but the quality and the look you get is far beyond anything you've seen. These guys are the real deal. They actually came over from, I believe, Germany years ago. House is actually spelled H-A-U-S-S Modern. You can search referrallist.com, search House, how we spell it here in this country, House Modern, or you can go to housemodern.com, but it's H-A-U-S-S, modern.com, but these guys do the best work. They'll come out, they'll give you a free quote, you'll get a design expert to walk you through the deal. This is for certain people. This is for certain people. This is absolutely a beautiful product, and I don't want to price them out of the market. They'll do way better than other people doing the same stuff for less, but this is not wham bam, thank you ma'am. This is the real deal. If you want the real deal, 720-325-5040. I got to get these guys in studio. It's a husband and wife team, and they're awesome. In fact, Suzanne, let's get House Modern in soon. 720-325-5040. They have a beautiful showroom at Santa Fe in Louisiana. It's 1298 South Santa Fe. So one more time, 720-325-5040. And, of course, you can find them at referralist.com. 303-713-8255. Nancy, what is going on with this hot tub problem?
Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello. Excellent. I'm in my car. I'm hoping you can get this resolved.
What is it?
My birthday is Monday.
Oh,
and
well,
I need this
maybe this could be a birthday present. What's going on?
It would be lovely. I'm going to be 71 on Monday.
Wow, that's young.
Yeah, that's what I say. Last Sunday, late in the day, my youngest sister and I went over to the Spa Palace in Colorado Springs to look at some hot tubs because ours is acting up. And the manager, his name is Joseph, waited on us, and we went through the whole thing. We picked out one that we thought we liked. He said, do you want to buy it? And I said, yeah, I think so. So
how much was it?
A little over $9,000 with taxes.
How many seats?
Okay.
I'm curious.
Oh, I don't know, 4 to 5, I think it was.
Sounds
4
right.
to 5-seater.
All right, so Spa Palace, Joseph, you gave him a down payment. What did you do?
Yeah, he said you need to put a down payment down because it takes about 3 weeks to make it.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how much should I put down? What do you ask for? He said, well, most people put at least $1,000 down.
Okay, so what did you do?
I said, okay, how about $2,000? And he said, that's perfect.
Okay.
And as it turned out, it was only $16.98.95 because we'd been to Costco and I have a limit on. I used a debit card.
So you put $16.9 down. Then what? Then you went back to Costco. Wait, let me guess. Then you went back to Costco and you saw a better hot tub for $5,000.
No,
okay.
No, actually, that's not what happened. So he ran the debit card. We got $16.98 down, and then he said, well, how are you going to want to pay for the rest of it? And I said, I don't know. And he said, well, we have a deal going for 9.9% financing. I said, well, maybe I'll do that. So anyway, I went through that thing, and then I found out that this place where they have the financing, all the interest is up front for the first 3 months, because I would have paid it off. I'm a realtor, so I would have paid it off at my next closing, which I told him, and he said, well, you can't get the interest back. So I'm wavering now. I'm debating whether I even want to do this, and he could tell me, he could see I was doing that.
I bet that's some site. Keep going.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm wavering. He says, well, you could figure it out some other time. He said, just sign this, which is the contract. So I signed it, and he said, you don't have to do anything.
Nancy, I want to help you, but I swear to God, I've got to get down to the problem. Did you sign something? Now you want your money back? Just what is the deal?
This was about 6 o'clock on Sunday night.
Oh, my God, I don't care if it was 3 p.m. on a Wednesday. What happened?
9 o'clock the next morning, I called him and said, I want to cancel it. I said, this just isn't going to work.
And they're saying there's no return policy.
Yes.
So it was, what was it, 12 hours later?
About 15, yeah.
So 15 hours later, you want to cancel it. They told you it would make about 3 weeks. Did they say they already started it, as ridiculous as that sounds?
No, he said that he put the order in last night after we left, which I doubt because it was Sunday night.
Who cares? What do they got? People that work at night putting together a hot tub? Listen, here's the issue. They probably did nothing, without looking at the contract, they probably did nothing legally wrong. But in my opinion, my God, to hold someone hostage on $1,600 on a hot tub that hasn't even been built yet, overnight, 15 hours sounds it's crazy to me. Do me a favor, hold on. Suzanne, we got to take this break. Let's get Spa Palace in Colorado Springs and Joseph on the air. You know what? I understand that contract probably says, you know, a deposit is a deposit is a deposit. Fine, legally fine. But I got to tell you, Spa Palace, this is crazy. Who would want to do business with someone 15 hours later that doesn't want to do it? You're opening yourself up to the worst customer nightmare you've ever had. My God, she'll tell you what time it is every 3 minutes. You need to give her her money back. So let's do this. Let's call them up. Let's try to get them on and see what they have to say. But Nancy, no matter how we look at it...
He also told me
she was still talking. I swear to God, I went back to her. She didn't stop talking. Nancy, just hold tight. We're going to try to reach out to him. Hold on. Let's take a break.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
She was in mid-sentence.
Yes, exactly.
Did you like the barbecue? It was okay.
It's probably
What were you eating?
There's none left now.
They delivered
Oh,
it.
you finished it all? You ate
They
it all?
delivered it on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Yeah, that was left over.
That's some beans, potatoes.
That was left over from Memorial Day.
Did you look up on the counter there, and did you look
Cleaning
up
out
over
the
here?
fridge for the week here. We set it out on the counter.
I thought there was. There was. Donuts. They had they had.
If we can't get Steve any painter.
I had 2 of them out there. They were great.
What's that?
Donuts.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to tell them there were Sundays.
How long do I have?
There were Sundays. Like they had the ice cream, they had all.
Have you guys ever heard of Carvel ice cream?
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
That is my favorite.
Those
When
are
I'm
the
out
goofy-
there,
those are
I
the
get a
goofiest
double.
What the Carvel Platinum or Black Card is?
Have you ever made your
Yeah.
own ice cream?
No. Oh,
I have
long
to
time
tell
ago.
you
It's
the
amazing.
secret. It's my husband's great-great-grandmother's secret. And it's, if he's listening, he'll probably be mad at me. You add a little lemon jello to it,
Never heard.
and it gives it the vanilla. Oh, it's like nothing you've ever
Lemon
had before.
jello.
Powder
Lemon jello,
or-
the powder.
Yeah. Wow.
Lemon jello.
Wow.
And it gives the consistency of the ice cream. It makes it really good, especially those old machines when you have it takes forever. You have to pour the ice and everything.
Right.
It gives it a nicer consistency, and then
How do people figure that kind of thing?
What did she say? She gave what kind of deposit? She gave $1,698 deposit down. And then changed her mind the next 1 hour later.
Oh, that's the best ice
She
cream
gave
in the world.
$1,700 deposit. Changed her mind 15 hours later, and they told her no.
I don't understand why they don't have it out here. Why is it so good? The way it tastes.
It's a good. They got a good flavor to it. It's limited. Everything, just limited numbers.
It's a soft ice cream. They have a hard ice cream, but it's a soft ice cream. You get vanilla
Vanilla?
Vanilla.
chocolate or strawberry.
He says New York in his accent.
Much better though. Blows Dairy Queen away. But they don't sell hot dogs and hamburgers and fries or any of that. Just ice cream. Just ice cream.
With soft ice cream.
Vanilla.
Because
They used to have the goofiest commercials though. Tom Carvel was this. You could just see him in the commercial with like a Lucky Strike hanging out of his mouth.
Really?
This raspy. I don't know if he did or not, but he had that raspy voice, and it's just.
They do a black card. They give it to some talents that do stuff for them.
What's a black card?
Free, unlimited ice cream at any Carvel anywhere.
Really, I never heard of that.
Well, there's none out here.
Yeah.
So
right.
But.
So you've had a Carvel before.
Oh my God, I grew up on Carvel. It was in the shopping center next to ShopRite.
Oh.
This one was down by all the ball fields.
Mine was in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that part, yeah.
This hot tub lady. Holy moly. Can you imagine her and her sister in that hot tub, 71, and the younger sister coming in at 69?
Hey, I'm going to bring her over for this.
Mark comes in there, they go like this.
That's right.
She didn't even hear that porn music playing.
You guys didn't hear when he said he was at the hot tub.
That's what I'm saying. Mark comes in, he's
and
going
everybody kept looking. I go, you're supposed to be in the water, not standing there. Look how ready he is. Not just standing there going, I think I shall get
Cheryl's like, I can't believe you. She did. She's like, you're just standing there. Everyone's staring at her. I said, well, everyone else naked. I mean,
but you're standing up. You're in the water.
So Cheryl's in the hot tub. Cheryl's in the hot tub. She was like this the whole time.
Yeah.
We went to a couple of resorts in Mexico over the years where the properties next to us were all topless and stuff because they were all adult compared to ones with kids.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Exactly.
Although that's different than me walking around there.
No, but you go like the Black's Beach in California, the ones that are naked. There's
Everybody.
a lot of large people there.
We went to
There was at this hot tub too.
We went to Europe and rented a motorhome, and we were at a lake.
Sure.
And walked up to the lake, and there were kids and adults and people just naked because it's
Cool.
Will the hot tub company come on?
They're naked.
I think that's cool.
They gotta get out of the
Except
hot
my
tub.
husband and my
They gotta
son
dry
were
off.
like,
So you got naked?
Over here.
You got naked out? You did it?
I did not.
All right, 303-713-8255. Suzanne's trying to get that hot tub company on. Meanwhile, Dora's got a question. By the way, one line open, 303-MARTINO, 303-713-8255. Dora, what's up?
I have a question about giving down payment to exterior painters. They want a third to a fourth down on $3,500 to $3,700.
And they want, so they roughly want what, $500-700 down?
Yeah, 1/3, and
You know, I personally, I'm serious when I say this. I can't even think of the last time I paid for something in advance. I got to ask my two guys in studio here. Kevin with Sheridan Auto Tech. Even if someone was doing a transmission or an engine, a big ticket, would you ever take money down like that?
No reason
it just
to.
doesn't. I don't
No.
think I ever did it as a businessman, and I'm not even sure I've ever done it as a consumer. And I'll tell you how far I'll go with that, Dora. I actually had a water feature put in our front yard, and it was pretty expensive. They wanted X amount down. I said, no way, man. I'm not paying you until it's done, it's working, the job is picked up, everything's done. Now, I'm not saying that there's not circumstances where you should put money down, maybe custom windows, something that the vendor can't return. But we're talking paint here, but I know what you're saying. Most painters do. In fact, I got Steve the painter on. I want to ask him about this. Steve, do you take down payments when you do a house?
No, we do not.
Okay, well, there's Steve on our referral list saying he doesn't take a down payment. So, Dora, there's one. Did you call Steve the painter? Suzanne?
Would you give me his number, please?
Yeah, I will. It's 303-948-8765. Here's what's baffling about it, because construction crews, roofers, remodelers, when they're working at someone's house, their primary residence, they have so much power. If the homeowner doesn't pay, they can lien your house. They have more protection than anybody you ever work on for a car.
Oh, we have none of that protection.
That's what I'm saying. They can literally lien the house and make life hell. So I've never understood why contractors, unless if it's a special order, require down. Now, Steve, at Star Quality Painting, do you guys ever take down payments? You probably do sometimes, right?
Oh yeah, especially if it's a like a special product that we're going to be using that you have to special order. Yeah, we would take something down, but we're getting something very special to put on the house.
But generally speaking, if someone calls you, Steve the painter, and you do the interior, the exterior, and it's just a normal good paint job, you're not going to charge anything till it's done. Now, I'd say this, if I was working as a subcontractor and I was a painter, and it was an apartment complex, it wasn't a primary residence, or there was anything to where I could get screwed by the general, I might want a down payment, but they can still lien. They still have that power. Have you ever had to lien a house to collect, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, of course. And that's what I'm saying. And I bet you got paid, didn't you?
Sure did.
Well, it always
And how long did it take you to get paid, Steve?
Well, that's a different question.
About a week.
Oh, that's really...
But the thing was, guys, the thing about the lien, you put the intent to lien first. That first 10 days that the homeowner is aware of the lien is coming.
Yeah.
Most of the time you settle within that 10 days.
Oh, you can make it to where they can't sell their house, or they got to at least bond around that amount or put whatever into escrow. Steve the painter, by the way, folks, 303-948-8765. Dora, did you get that?
Yes.
Yep, cool. Well, call Steve up, and I bet he'll come in at the same price, if not better, than your other estimates. And I'll tell you what, if he doesn't do a good job, I'll call him out.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks,
Dora. Have a good day, Steve. Do you guys ever worry about that? I got to ask you guys. Kevin, how long you been on the referral list?
Oh, 4 or 5 years now.
Mark, you've been on 20?
Yeah, a little. I think 23.
Yeah, forever. Do you guys ever worry, like, seriously?
Not getting paid for a job?
No. I'm going a totally different route. Do you guys ever worry because we hold you to the level we hold you on as a referral list, as endorsement clients? Do you ever worry that sometimes Tom or myself will think different of a circumstance. I'm trying to think of an example. I got a roofing one in my head, but I'm working on it, so I don't want to bring it up. But to where you think you did the right thing, and maybe legally you did, like this hot tub company, but we feel different. Does that ever come as a worry as
no,
one of our
because
members?
we already have those standards before
exactly.
we do it.
That's very
exactly.
true. All right, listen, we're going to get back to that hot tub. Hopefully we can get Spa Palace on. In fact, Suzanne talked to him. I'd like to get them on the air and see what they have to say. 303-713-8255. One line open. Nancy, you hold on. Derek, John. Oh, my goodness. We've got a lot going on. If you're dropping off, you can always find us on Facebook. Referral list.
Today is the day you break the strangle. Me releasing his one-ton dually truck without getting payment in full. It's been sitting in our storage lot for 3-4 years. I said, absolutely not. I said, actually, on top of that, I sent you out.
Why did you keep it? So I'm showing Cam Solar, Centeno,
like every 4
fixed
months.
it in
I'm
Lazera.
going to be up there. I'm going to be up there. I'm like, okay. So I really extended this, and then I told him about the storage charges at $5 a day. So guy gets on the radio with Tom and me, and I said, you know what? Okay, all right, let's get it out of here. I'll waive all the storage charges. Come and pick it up. Okay, I'm on my way. Never came.
Ah! So did you end up selling it?
Yeah. No, let's see here. What did we do?
So
It was so long ago. What did I do? Well, you can get the title with GBI. It's like $400 or $500. No, I think I got a title and sold it. But here's the thing with money down. We have been stuck with so many cars, in all the years that we've been there, that they're not worth what we put into
There
it.
you go. That's the thing on cars.
So I've told Scott from now on, I don't want to be holding the bill on all this. If you see a
Well, if there's something
POJ,
that's an obvious deficiency that you're
right,
started to
I want some money down.
Well,
I
plus
want
it's
money
going to
down.
depend on who owns it.
Right. I want some money down. I don't want to. I'm not laying out $5,000
If I come
for
rolling
an
in with
engine.
my 70 Granada,
And you want a new tranny and engine.
and I want a brand new turbo,
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you, if it was a Cordoba, I wouldn't ask for any money now. I'll file for a title.
I thought Steve, I was sure Steve was going to say he took down payments. I was sure of it. I was ready to kind of hammer him. Because I've never understood why if you can lean a house, unless if you're that hard up, and if you're that hard up, I don't want to use you.
Unless they work where they don't have money.
Well, if you get a storage shed full of different color paints after a while, it could get old though.
Sure.
If you get it ordered, you
Yeah, but it
fix
doesn't
it 20
paint. Well,
pounds.
you're right. A weird paint.
Different colors that you hope you can push on somebody or, but there's so many different
But if you're
colors.
walking in doing eggshell and
yeah.
Yeah.
There's some standards, but if,
Yeah.
you don't want 25 gallons of
But
purple
some
or
of
something.
these small
I went and
companies
saw
don't
Black
have
Klansman.
the money to front
Did he?
the
That's
paint.
true.
Yeah,
They
Spike
don't.
They
Lee.
asked for the money up front
It's-
so they can go buy the
The
paint. and
premise
finish
is
the
pretty
job.
damn good. The movie could have been better. There's some anti-Trump
Yeah,
crap
you're
in
right.
there, but throw all
Which
that
movie?
aside, it was all right. Black Klansman.
Okay.
So, but what I found really crazy about it is it truly happened in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
There was a black detective and a white detective. The black guy convinced the KKK, David Duke, like literally the big dog back then, or maybe he still is, that he was a white guy and he wanted to join the KKK. But of course, because he's black, he can't show up there, so the white cop would show up. So he talked to him on the phone, and the white cop would go down. But it was a true story out of Colorado Springs.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
they
guys will
got
have
it
to
pretty
see
good.
my friend's movie. Starts Friday the 7th.
What is
Destination Wedding with Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder.
Keanu Reeves. God, I can't believe he's
And
still
who?
around.
And out of those two, which
Vic
one is your friend?
Victor Levin, the director, is my friend.
Oh.
And he's actually going to be emceeing our event.
Whatever happened to that one guy who wanted to do? It was a play. He was looking for funding for the play. It
Oh,
was-
he's still working on it,
Yeah,
big
okay.
time. He's got
You're crazy investing in stuff.
he's
like
got
that.
lots of big names that are backing it now, including the guy that does the Michael Jackson in Vegas. The head choreographer
Oh, for the show.
is
I think I
on
saw
board
that.
with us.
Oh,
So
it's
actually really
Circus
big.
Soleil.
Circus Soleil, yeah.
I've seen, I think, all of them. We saw one they called Nude. They were not really nude.
Did it have a big, hot, fuzzy pink X out in front of it?
The Michael Jackson one was actually one of the best.
I was impressed with that one. I thought I was going to be bored.
I love Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have been 60 this week.
Oh, wow. So what do you
I
guys
saw when we were down in Cancun years ago, and I swear that guy was, you couldn't do any better imitation than what he did.
I saw one.
I mean, it was lip sync.
They all have a Michael Jackson
Yeah.
show.
But
I've
the
seen
dance,
so many Michael Jackson
You know,
shows.
and then they went through the decades. You know?
That same guy, I guarantee I've seen him, because what I learned is they're at one casino on a one resort on a Thursday, one on a Friday. They just rotate down.
Yeah. No, I remember when I felt so sorry for him when he got, accused of that sexual abuse, kids in his bed.
Oh, yeah.
I said, you know what? He didn't do anything to those kids. I just felt that that's just who he is. He's a
child. No, he's a child.
Exactly.
What is Kathleen talking
I felt
about?
so
We
bad.
haven't
They just
done
want
any politics
millions of
whatsoever.
dollars from him to just.
Crazy talent, though.
Okay.
Crazy talent. He had.
Oh God! I remember when he was on Ed Sullivan. Just a little kid. That kid, he ran the whole family band. He did. That kid was amazing. Michael Jackson.
He's the best, man.
Yeah.
I just watched
Entertainment
an
wise?
hour long on his.
The king of
yeah.
pop. Just like Elvis, king of rock and roll.
None of them compare to the Monkees, though.
There you go.
Actually, I like the Monkees.
Who doesn't like the Monkees?
You have to be careful.
Hey, the TV show, I loved it.
Welcome to the show, the only show of its kind.
And we're here to solve problems, answer questions. Take your complaints, get directly involved. Honest to God, get directly involved with your life. You've been ripped off, taken advantage of. There's one show you call. One. You ready? This one. 303 Martino, by the way, works on and off the air. And what I mean by that is when we're off, you can call up, leave a message. We'll call you back. We'll get you lined up so you don't have to wait on hold. Whatever it takes, my goodness, we'll do it. We are here to serve. How's that? We are here to serve the public. We're here with our ginormous spotlight that shines down on the cockroaches that make your life miserable. I like that. Honestly, everybody's got one. Everybody has run into some cockroach out there that has made their life miserable. I don't care who it is. Maybe it's a daughter's boyfriend. I don't know. Could be anybody. 303-713-8255. Okay, Suzanne, Nancy called last hour. Basically, she gave a deposit to Spa Palace of $1,600 and some odd dollars. 15 hours later, the next morning, I don't even care why, they decide they don't want it. I did hear Nancy at one point say that she did sign something, so I assume she gave a deposit, signed, no refunds. What did Spa Palace say, and why won't they come on?
Well, it's because the manager is in a corporate meeting right now on a conference call. No, really, Mark. So I talked to the customer service girl. She says there is another side to this story, and they will definitely want to respond. She just needs to wait till her manager's out of the meeting.
Nancy, what's the other side to this story before I got to hear it from them? Please give me the other side to the story.
I have no other side of the story. What I told you is all that happened.
Okay, guesstimate their side to the story.
He told me when I called the next morning, he said, well, you didn't read the small print.
Well, okay, I understand. I get all that. Suzanne, what do you make of it? She's saying there is no other side.
She was very nice and very concerned and definitely said, please let our listeners know they will be responding. They just need the manager to have some time to call me back. So I'm going to get Nancy's info.
Are we going to hear it this hour or not? I'm a little impatient today. I'm feeling impatient. I really am.
My phone is ringing. Hang on.
See, yeah, because Spa Palace, if you're listening, give us something. I mean, give us something. Something. Here's what kills me. There's another side of the story. It should have just been, if she answered the phone right, she should have said, I can't talk about it, the manager can, but, he's not available right now. But it's alluding. It's alluding to Nancy. There's a whole other side to the 71-year-old that wants to cancel the hot tub. Oh, my God. What could it be? What could it be? I wait with
how many
bated
corporate
breath.
meetings they have the Friday of the 4-day
That's what I was going to say, corporate meetings. Yeah, they're corporate meetings probably across the street at the bar. I'm running out of patience in my old age. I swear to God, I'm running out of patience. I'm getting grouchy. Hold tight. Nancy, hold tight. I'm on this. I'm not. What'd you say? You better watch it, Daphne.
Both said at the same time. Getting?
I don't have a mic, so yeah.
Are you saying I'm grouchy?
Yes.
No
Getting.
way. Thank you, Mark. I can appear to be grouchy. I play grouchy on the radio. Kathleen, how can we help you? Kathleen? Kathleen? Okay, there goes Kathleen. Let's go to Derek. What's going on, Derek?
Hey, Mark. How's it going?
I'm doing good, man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'll be brief. I had a repair done at 4 Wheel Parts in Westminster, and the part was a tie rod drag link kit on my 05 Dodge Ram 3500. The part was improperly installed, and it's causing some wear on my truck. And I went in last week, and they're saying 2 to 3 months to warranty it.
Wait a minute.
I just feel like that's an unreasonable amount of time.
I find it unreasonable. I got to ask you a couple questions, though. Is this like a lifted truck or anything?
It's got a 3-inch lift, yeah.
Okay, so they put a tie rod in. You said they didn't install it right. I mean, did they put it on backwards? What happened?
Basically, on the upper drag link where it connects to the pitman arm, there's supposed to be a lock nut, and it doesn't have a lock nut, like a jam nut. And basically, the whole drag link is able and allowed to rotate around the threads, so it's not locked into position, and that's causing it to rest on the lower tie rod and rub.
Kevin, makes sense?
Yeah, it does, but what's the 2 to 3 months to get the replacement parts, or what's the issue?
That's where I was going to.
2 to 3 months before they get the part, and I talked to the manufacturer. It's a Synergy kit, and they're saying they're shipping next month. So I'm just trying to figure out where the difference in time frame is.
Well, if you okay, I would agree with you there. If it's really 3 months, maybe they're giving you worst case scenario. The worst thing they want to do, and I agree with them in this, is say, hey, it's going to be a month, and then it turns out to be 3 months. So why are you guessing or thinking that if it does come in a month, they won't get you in? How long would this take, you think?
It shouldn't take long at all.
No,
but
it's a couple-hour job. But, I mean, there should be some other alternative to waiting the month for those parts.
Is it going to wear tires? Is it going to cause other damage? Is it going to loosen the ball joints?
It'll definitely wear tires, yes.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You could probably find someone else that has that part and have that company just buy it from them and replace it for you. So they're not holding you up.
Well, that's, I mean, possible. I don't know how you start calling around asking people, hey,
There's just other brands available. I wouldn't wait 3 months. No way.
How much did the job cost, Eric?
It was like, I want to say like $1,100 or something. The part is about $830 with everything.
Is there another kit that would do the same thing?
Not other than like the Mopar junk.
Well, okay, if he's stuck on that kit, I mean, honestly, I don't know what else to tell you, Derek. I would say it becomes very unreasonable if the part is available and they want you to wait over a week. If I had to come up with something, I'd say that. The second that part's available, I would say you give them a week to do it. That's how I would come down on it. But you're in that circumstance. If you don't want to go with a different part, what else are you going to do?
Right. Yeah, I understand that.
I mean, does it make sense to you?
It does.
What were you hoping I'd say? I'm more curious of this.
This has been going on since, this has been an open ticket since like April. And, you know, they've been like kind of dragging my feet. And then finally when I get into the shop to have it done, they're telling me it's 2 to 3 months. And this isn't like a new thing. Like they've known about this for some time.
That does suck. That's a long time, man, since April. Well, I go back to this question. What, besides tires, any other damages could create, guys? I mean, logically, I don't want to stretch this down to, you know, the transmission could fall out.
I just had the steering box replaced recently, and I'm concerned about, you know, wear. Like, I literally just have a brand new steering box.
It's not going to hurt the steering box.
I don't think it will. No. More just tire wear.
And I tell you, on a 3-inch lift at 3,500, what's that running? That's got to be running 17s, right?
17s and 35s.
You know what, Derek, guys? Derek, you should be able to find that part somewhere else. Buy the part, have them credit you for the part that you purchased from them.
They can send it to the manufacturer.
Exactly. And just get it done.
And I had asked them about that this week, and that wasn't really an option presented to me, but that sounds like the most logical.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to pay a little bit more to just get it done now.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's do this. Just like Mark said, if you can find that part, okay? You call us back and let me know you found that part. Then I'll call over to 4 Wheel Parts and make sure we get this done the way it should be.
I mean, I can find it online right now. I know someone's got it in stock.
How much is it compared to what you paid? Same price?
I think it's actually a little cheaper.
There you go.
Well, they marked it up though. There's nothing
that's
wrong
fine.
With that. Yeah. So did you bring it up to them? I found the part. You guys mind buying it from here?
Yes. No,
all right,
they
you know what?
kind of didn't want to do that.
Okay, and if he didn't want to do that, then let's do this. I want to call over there. Deputy Dan, call over. You get the idea, right? I mean, ask him. Say, why not? Why wouldn't you do this? It's been since April. It's going to wear tires, and then say, hey, and if you're not going to do that, are you going to pay for his tires? Try to get him to come on the air. I'm getting sick of people. Honest to God. I mean, since April, this guy's been waiting.
I mean, me and Kevin would never hold up a customer like that. If we had to buy it from another source and even pay a little bit more to get the customer,
it's different, though, Mark.
Right, but they're going to be able to, Mark.
This guy can. You're right. In this case, he can. But my point is, if you legitimately can't get it, I'll give you an idea. We just had an engine go out on one of our Hyundais, okay? 30,000 miles, fully under warranty. Hyundai was back ordered because they had a problem with it. It took 3 weeks. There was nothing I could do to short line. Nothing. I could have put a bazooka in their front door, and there was nothing they were going to do. They
but you got a loaner car, though. You got a loaner car while you were waiting for the engine, right?
That's very true.
But this guy doesn't have that.
That's very true. That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm glad I made that point. 303-713-8255. Okay. Nancy, keep holding on. We're hoping this hot tub company... Actually, Nancy, do this for me. Suzanne's got all your info, right?
No.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to get her to get all your info. As soon as we hear from these guys, I'm going to put some pressure on them. I just don't like it. You know what? Like I said, technically, did they do anything illegal? My guess is no. The small print probably says exactly that. A deposit's a deposit, and it's not coming back, but I just don't agree with it. And I want to see what they have to say. And I'm dying to hear the other side of the story. I'm going to say one more thing to Nancy. Nancy, I promise you this, though. I promise you this. If I end up in some kind of weird rabbit hole because they come back and say, well, you know, she put a hole in our window or she kicked me or her sister came in and threatened to blow us up, if there's another side to this story, which they claim there is, that you are withholding, I'm not going to help you. So I'm going to give you one more opportunity. Are they going to say something?
Nothing that I know of, honest to God. Everything I told you is exactly what happened, and when before I even signed it, he never told me that it wasn't refundable.
Doesn't matter. You were
Mark, I'm off the phone with him.
None of that matters. Hold on. We've got an update. Suzanne, let's do this. Let's take a break. See, guys, I want to show you something. You know what this is? Who can guess what this is?
I know.
What is it? It's a tease. You're going to have to hold on in order to figure out what happened. Now, listen. I learned how to do this from the best in the business, Tom. So I guarantee this update. Suzanne talked to the spa company, and I can tell you right now you're not going to believe what it is. It's going to blow you away. FixMyHome.com. These guys are absolutely great. Fix it 24/7. Their website's FixMyHome.com. This is what I love about George and the gang down there, okay? He knows how to build a business, and he knows how to do it the right way. When they talk about a special, whether it's a tune-up special like a $39 furnace tune-up, you realize the average furnace tune-up that they do, listen to me, guys, takes 2 hours. There's some companies you call that come out and do a furnace tune-up, and here's how it goes. They walk down, they look at it, and say, you need a new furnace. Or they look at it and go, oh, that's noisy, you need a new blower. They don't even do a tune-up. They take your money to come out and basically tell you what you need. No. Not George. Not this company. Fix It 24/7 is a real deal. Dan, get on that mic real quick. I'm going to call you out. They went to your house. How much did you have a tune-up on the AC? What was it?
Furnace.
On the furnace. How much was it?
$39.95.
$39.95.
Right.
How long were they there?
Probably 2 hours.
2 hours. And did they sell you anything? What did you
need?
They
no
hard sell?
No, none at all. They showed me what, if a part was going out, what it would be. They did a spectacular job.
I get more people calling in with kudos from this company you can ever imagine. Now you go, Mark, how can they do this for $39? Well, it's very simple. They want that sticker on your furnace, on your air conditioner, on your water heater, on your electrical box, so when there is a problem, you do need a replacement, you remember how great they were and you buy the new stuff from them. When something does break, you trust them and you call them up. It's business. It's simple as that. They want that. If you have a problem, listen to this. They're doing this right now. George is doing this for us. $39, or it's a free call charge. They'll come out, $39, diagnose everything and anything for you for $39. That's it. That's it. And if you don't want to pay it, you don't have to pay it. I don't even know how do you advertise for someone this good. Fix It 24/7. 720-526-3939. Electric, plumbing, HVAC. Get that furnace looked at now. Get a tune-up. Just tell him I said a $39 tune-up. George is going to be mad, but guess what? He doesn't matter because you're going to love him and you're going to use him in the future. 720-526-3939.
This report is brought to you by Burlington.
Friday, middle of...
We're not going to do it over there.
You know, on the thing here it says 59, just let you know.
I got a copy, though.
Okay.
I got copy, so... Oh, God, I got something else.
Did you right when you had that, when you said that, I was thinking, what was the name of the movie? Right. And I said, we have a failure to communicate. I just thought of it with
Clint
his voice.
Eastwood, he was down south.
Yeah.
Because they
failure
busted
to
him for
communicate.
cutting off the heads
Guns
of
N' Roses song.
What's the name of that movie?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is my jalapenos.
Okay, what do we got here? 1, 3, 1.
Plus casual looks and basics. Breathe easy. You're ready for the school year. Style for everyone. There's a reason why insurance companies want to settle quickly with you after a car accident.
Oh, I got to do Lazera. Who did I just do?
Contact me for a free case of
Cohen Luke.
Oh.
What's that?
Type in failure to communicate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a failure to communicate.
Good.
And the problem with that is they'll throw you in the box.
Yep.
You do not want to go to that box. Can you imagine back then when they'd throw you in that hot box?
Oh, my God.
And it was
Right.
down south somewhere, too.
Oh,
Right. Texas.
Oh,
It's a wooden box in the middle, right?
And they
in the middle of the
literally
field.
were a chain gang.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
Did you see that they remade Papillon?
Oh, I used to.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Really good movie. But they remade it.
Who was it? Steve McQueen? Wasn't it Steve McQueen and Dustin
and
Hoffman?
Dustin Hoffman.
Right.
Dustin Hoffman was Papillon.
Right.
There's
Yeah,
actually
great
a
movie.
Papillon
He's another
line. Remember he had
actor.
Papillon
Yep.
tattooed on his hand?
Yeah, that's a great movie.
That really is.
Great movie.
That'd be a good one to go back.
Well, I'm trying to think what year that was. I'm going to say that was
Let's look
74.
that up.
Okay, here's
You
my
look.
guess. What
Okay,
guess?
let's all guess.
What's your guess first? 74.
72.
I was thinking 72, 70 even. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you've got 74, 72.
He's saying 70.
I win $100 if it's me.
73.
Oh! We're right in
roll.
between, but we're so close. Pretty
I
good.
remember- I still
I
remember.
was born in '64, so that's pretty damn good for.
63.
I mean, I was.
So I was in 5th grade. I remember watching that. I was just so captivated by it
Yep.
when I was in 5th grade. I just thought it was the coolest.
I remember
Yeah.
my parents. Yeah, we went to the drive-in every Friday night,
Mm-hmm. Oh, we always did. Yeah, yeah.
and
Okay, do you remember the line
Oh, my
to
God.
watch Jaws? I didn't watch Jaws for like the first 4 or 5 weeks when it first came out in New York
right,
because the lines were like around the block.
right.
So we just waited and waited and waited and waited and finally saw it.
I couldn't even swim after watching that movie.
Yeah.
Because we'd go out to the ocean.
Right,
And you'd swim out past the waves so you could swim.
Right.
And then somebody would start doing the Jaws theme.
Right.
Yeah.
And your toes kind of tingle. It's like,
I still think of it
Yeah.
every time I'm in the water.
You know.
All right, folks, 303-713-8255. Man, we've got a lot going on. I promised an update. Now, what happens if I lied? What happens if there wasn't one and I created a tease that was a fake tease? But hot. I would never do that. I am a professional. Suzanne, honestly, what did these people say? It doesn't sound good. Oh, well, thank you, Spa Palace, for not charging her more. Oh, my God. 71-year-old. Okay. Listen, in my opinion, go ahead. I'm sorry, go. Yeah, that's right. For the 71-year-old lady. What number did you reach him at? Put it up on my screen here, because here's what I want to say. You know, I realize they didn't do anything illegal. In fact, people might argue unethical. They didn't do anything, and that's fine. This is my opinion and my opinion only. I think they're full of crap. I think they're so desperate for business, they have to hold on to a 71-year-old woman's deposit. That's what I think. That's how desperate Spa Palace is. And I find it horrible. Horrible in every single aspect. And I don't like it. Is it legal or illegal? Of course not. There's probably nothing wrong with it. The small print probably says it. The large print might say it. It's 15 hours later. Yes, Oh, of course. You know what? Let's protect them. I'm not shooting the messenger. I'm just saying they suck, in my opinion. In my opinion, Spa Palace in Colorado Springs sucks. I don't like it. You know what? And anybody down there, and there's businesses right now, I guarantee they're saying, you got no right to do that. Yeah, I do. You know what it's called? You'll love it. Does anybody in here know what this is called? It's called the First Amendment. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. It's my opinion. Am I lying? Am I saying they're lying, cheating jerks? I didn't say that. In my opinion, they might be lying, cheating jerks that go after and take advantage of a 71-year-old woman, but guess what? That's Mark Major's opinion. In my opinion, it has nothing to do with iHeart or KRDO or anybody else. It's Mark Major's opinion that Spa Palace in Colorado Springs sucks. And I would like people to call them and ask them if they feel good. If they feel good today because they only took $1,600 from a 71-year-old lady.
$1,700.
And I guarantee you...
$1,700.
And I guarantee you, if they were on the referral list, that would never happen.
Oh, if they were on the referral list, I guarantee it. Here's what...
Well, they wouldn't do it.
Here's what's happening to Spa Palace. You ready? This is my opinion once again. They're dying because I can walk into Costco and buy a better hot tub for $5,000. Bigger, better, faster, more efficient. I can do the same thing at Sam's Club. You're a dying breed. You're a dying breed, Spa Palace, and you're going to be out of business because of this. You're making bad business decisions. 71-year-old woman. Shame on you. If that was my mother, I would just go crazy. You know what I'd do? I'd give my mother $1,700 to make her whole, and you would have to deal with me, Spa Palace. And by the way, Spa Palace, if you want to call up and order something and put a payment down and change your mind before they built it, before they delivered it, before they did anything, in my opinion, you can reach them at 719-528-1881. Spa Palace. 719-528-1881. And I want to tell you, if you're in Colorado Springs and want a spa, go to Costco. Go anywhere but Spa Palace because, personally, I don't like them. Yes, Suzanne?
So I just wonder, Mark, to be fair, doesn't Nancy have any responsibility? She can read. She knows what she signs. She knows that it said non-refundable.
Nancy's responsibility is $1,700. She's done. She's out of it. If they're not going to give it back, they're not going to give it back. Of course she has responsibility. We're talking just common sense and running a good business.
I know, and
Suzanne,
I asked
it was
them to
only
make an
15
exception.
hours later. It was only 15 hours later.
I am trying to be fair, but I mean, yes, and I said, would you just make the exception? This is 15 hours later. This isn't like 3 days later.
Here's why they can't make the exception, because they're a dying store. They're Kmart, in my opinion. They're Sears. They're Montgomery Wards. They're the monkey wards of hot tubs. They're the freaking monkey wards of hot tubs. Spa Palace. Come on, you charge double what anybody else does. At least I think so. Once again, this is all in Mark Major's opinion. But Spa Palace, I appreciate it. You know what I'm going to do? Next time I'm in the Springs visiting our people, I'm going to come in and I'm going to visit you guys, and I'm going to get some video of your wonderful, beautiful organization, and I'm going to do some Facebook ads for you because I like you. 719-528-1881. That's Spa Palace. Ask them. I'd love to do it. And you know what? I want some feedback from the listeners. What do you think? Am I off the chart? Maybe I am off the chart, but it's a 71-year-old lady 15 hours later. And Suzanne, I got to ask you this. What's the other side to the story? What, that she signed it?
No, he said they kind of felt like she wasn't honest when she came back with her reason for canceling to begin with and got a little bit of... Exactly, that's why I didn't bring it up.
And there's nothing to restock.
We've got another
well, 71 or 31, it doesn't matter. But, Mark, I've never seen you stand up the way you just did about Spa Palace, how passionate you are with...
Yeah, well, let me, Mark, it's BS.
No, I understand
My parents are in their 70s. These people, I can already see it. They had Slick Willie up there promising the 70-year-olds everything. Let me guess. I wonder if Spa Palace, I'm just guessing. I wonder if they do fake stem cells out of the back. I wonder if they also sell those frozen steaks for like $18 that they pump with water. I don't know what they got going on down at Spa Palace, but I will say, if I was to buy a spa in Colorado Springs, I'd go to Costco. That's
Mark,
what I do.
You're going to want to circle back around and talk about this on Tuesday when our Colorado Springs audience is back on.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Daphne, for that. We're going to revisit Spa Palace. And I do want to hear, as lines drop off, I do want to hear what people think about how I'm treating Spa Palace. I do want to know it. Remember, it's my opinion. There's nothing factual here. I don't know for a fact they're a bunch of jerks. I don't know that. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I hate how they did this. I hate how they handled it all together.
She has something else to say.
Go ahead, Nancy.
Yeah, Mark, I neglected to tell you that I offered them $500 for a cancellation fee.
Yeah, well, according to them, you are extremely lucky they are not coming after you for the other 40%.
What time, Nancy, was that? Did you offer them the 500? What time?
15 hours later.
Let me see. I sent them an email on the 28th saying,
Nancy,
about the whole thing, and said that
Nancy,
I'm willing to pay a cancellation fee.
I want to get your info. I want to get your info. Make sure Suzanne has it. And we're going to, maybe we'll, you know what, let's talk again Tuesday, all right? I'd like to have you back on. Hold tight. Our Colorado Springs audience will be back in. But free that lineup. I want to hear what people have got to say. 08 Tahoe electrical issues. Robert, go.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, sir.
So I got a 2008 Tahoe. And just
hold on a second. What other show in the world can segment from a 71-year-old lady buying a hot tub to a problem with an 08 Tahoe? God bless the Troubleshooter show. Go ahead, Robert.
All right. So anyway, so I noticed that the voltmeter in the inside started going from like 14 all the way down to 12. And I had so I replaced my alternator, replaced my battery, and it still does it.
Wow, what would do that, guys? The first thing I thought is he needs an alternator.
Well, yeah, you need to verify if it is in fact charging and it's just a bad gauge.
Right. You need to actually get right.
Oh, well,
what's going on is that when the fan heaters come on, when the cooling fans come on because they're electrical, that's when it starts dropping, because as long as those fans aren't on, it doesn't drop. And then the other day it died on my wife. And she said it started, all lights on the dashboard started coming on, the AC would turn off and on. So it's just,
what do you guys
think?
It could be a defective alternator as well. You could have diode issue feeding back.
Even a brand new one.
Right. Yeah, you got to verify voltages at those conditions and make sure it is in fact dropping. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a radio that actually tells me what it's hooked up to the computer. So it tells me the same thing that the gauge is telling me.
Do you think you guys could figure this out?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Of course you
Absolutely.
could. Why don't you bring it to a shop, man, and let one of these guys look at it?
Which shop is it?
Where are you located? Where are you
I'm
located?
in Aurora. I'm in Southeast Aurora.
Yeah, I'm at 282 Havana.
He's right there on Havana, man. Kevin, would you look at it? Would you look at it for free for him?
Sure, Autotech. Yeah, we can check it out for you. We won't charge you to look.
He'll look at it for free for you, man.
Oh, man, right on, man. All right. Well, I'll probably drop it off on Tuesday.
Good. Head down on Tuesday. Get it done. Well, wait a minute. Kevin, would you do me a favor? Kevin, listen. Here's what I think you should do.
Oh, gosh.
Let's open up Sunday so he can come down.
I'll meet you down at the grocery store, Mark, over by the shop,
Oh, where they sell the goats, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, thank you. All right.
Well, thank you, guys.
Have a good day, man. Thank you. Get down to Sheridan Auto Tech. By the way, Sheridan Auto Tech, you can call Kevin. You've got does the one phone number go to both?
Yeah, you'll get a prompt to which store you want to go to.
303-455-7242. Sheridan Auto Tech, 2 locations, 303-455-7242. And by the way, Mark Machatsky, Budget A1 Transmissions, 303-781-9858. And my man across the table, who has fixed more hail damage than I have eaten popcorn in my life, probably, and I like popcorn. Man, Nick Yutzi. You've got the hands of a magician. You really do, man. It's pretty remarkable.
Thank you. It's an artwork. Thank you.
It is an artwork. There's no way to do it. You got to massage these dents out. It takes forever. So, Nick, if you have people out there, call Nick Yutzi, Flex It in Colorado, if you need any, and I mean any paintless dent repair. If you're still, going, oh, man, am I going to get this fixed? Maybe you got a check from your insurance company for it. I'm just throwing things out here. Maybe your insurance company gave you $1,500, and you were going to pocket it. Nick might be able to fix it for a lot less than that. That's my only point here. And if it still is an insurance claim, he'll do that. My point is, if you have any hail damage, it doesn't hurt to at least call and get a quote from him. That's it. 303-619-6273. Comment on Spa Company. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Mark. Listening to this, it's absolutely aggravating
the money that they won't return is going to come back and bite them in the ass.
Yep.
That people will not do business with them.
It's horrible. For the life of me, and it's not just their industry or spa palace or whatever it's called down there. Here's the thing. I've always said this. Let's take a roofer that gets a contract signed, and the next day the customer wants to go away, but they can't go away. Why would you want to deal and do a roof for someone that's going to do nothing but bitch and be unhappy with you no matter what? And God help you if anything happens. In the meantime, they're never going to live it down. Absolutely never. Thank you for that, Ben. Bruce has a comment on the 71-year-old.
Yeah, Mark, I'm 68, and I don't feel that old, so why is 71 considered all that old?
Yeah, Mark.
I don't think it's old. I mean, hell, Tom's what, 76?
That I don't know, but you're talking about the 71-year-old.
I know he's on a plane, so he can't hear me. That's not that old. What did I actually say it's old?
You talk like it.
Okay, well, see, you're how do I put this? You're wrong. Yeah, you're old and wrong, Bruce. No, I'm just kidding, Bruce.
Okay. No, it's just the phrasing when you talk about.
Let me ask you something.
71-year-old.
Let me ask you something. When you walk into bookstores, do you take batteries and feel as if you're entitled to take batteries?
You've been watching Seinfeld.
Ah, damn. Uncle Leo. What was he? He goes, and if I get caught, oh, I'm an old man. I forgot. I don't know.
Exactly.
Bruce, thank you, sir. Hey, in all honesty, though, would you be upset?
Well, I'm upset just by the fact that they've cheated somebody, but not necessarily that it's a 71-year-old.
I understand.
I agree with you.
71-year-old.
I agree.
One of your guys said that. It would still be bad. So.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Now, if it was a millennial, would you still feel bad?
I don't like people to be cheated, period.
I don't either. Bruce, thank you very much. I appreciate you listening. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, later.
He sounded like a very young, chipper, energetic. Throw me some other adjectives here. Someone, give me something. Spry. Spry! How often does someone use spry? See how I can cram anything in? Let's take a break.
This is Denver's Talk Station 630.
Yeah, what they say.
Report it to her credit
It's a
card.
tease.
Yes, it was
We're teasing, Mark. I can't tell you.
We can't
it's a
just-
tease.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to catch up quick. It's gonna be like a lot of commercials I throw in. I'm actually gonna do some. I'm gonna end up doing Centeno Schultz in content. Like I'm gonna come back with Cam Solar, and I'm gonna take a call. Then I'm gonna do Centeno, and then I'm gonna work
We've
Lazarian.
never even discussed it. Oh, really? Mark, I got an update on four-wheel auto parts. They won't come on because it's a corporate thing, but.
Oh, they are. Oh wait, four-wheel auto parts. They are the huge ones.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They got 3 in Denver.
What they said. Is there one over on Peoria and 70?
This one's in Westminster, but.
I know who it is now.
Right.
What they
What
said.
It's a tease.
Okay, good one. Actually, we'll leave off with that at the end. We'll tease it we'll do the longest tease ever.
You're such a tease.
I know. No, actually, what they said, he said, I don't even know this is a problem. He's never discussed it. If he has one, of course we'll put it on.
How come you can't?
And then they'll
But will they reimburse them?
Oh, well, I assumed. That
Well,
they
you
would.
go ask them.
Okay.
Because that's the whole problem.
Right. Well, he said they didn't even ask anything about that. They have to
Go ask them real.
Okay.
Flip it. Damn it, Jim. You
That's
forgot to
a
ask the real question. Now it's a real tease.
So, okay.
Yeah, well,
She
well, they refund his money for the part that they installed.
Say it again.
How
Just
come
that
she can't
simple.
call the credit card because
She signed something for a deposit.
they're asses.
Oh, yeah, totally.
God, I am so glad I'm not going up to the mountains.
Yeah. I hate to even go home at night.
I'm so glad I live up there.
I forwarded you the email from the spa guy with what he said, and then the contract, just so you have it if you want to keep blowing it up.
If you want to keep blowing it up. What do you say? I can't believe that lady said, hey, I'll eat $500. Work with me. $500. 71 or 31 or 21, it doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter.
These guys suck, man.
Yeah, did he respond?
No, he just basically sent the contract and circled where.
Oh, okay. So he has no explanation other than the signed contract. Got it.
Yep, they said they'll reimburse him. Good.
What?
Good.
If he buys the part,
in fact, that's what he said. He had told him that.
Oh my God. Is he still on?
He's still on, so we got to.
Great.
Tell Derek we got an update. Don't tell him what. We're going to come back on with him now.
Great. Great.
No, it sounds good.
Yeah. Just buy the part and just get reimbursed for it. Have them do it. Sure.
And he says, I didn't even realize there was a problem here. We've been talking about this. And see, well, you should see. Hey, you want to do the Wii person, the Wii update, or?
I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to do it in a comical way.
Okay. Now,
this is the craziest.
She got her car though.
You mean we got our car back?
We got her car.
It's the craziest shit.
What's this? Everybody
don't tell them.
Everybody wanted me to
God, it was the craziest shit.
Once
you think you had the craziest call ever, this one comes in.
Well, there was no call. It wasn't a call. It was all email.
You know, it's just amazing when people are asking for your guys' help. They don't give you the full story.
Oh.
That's so frustrating.
90% of the time.
Are you kidding me?
95%
It's a fucking joke.
Well, we run into it. I mean, they don't want to tell you what they did to the car to screw it up before they give it.
We'll have another one.
So now you got to figure it out.
Nintendo Schultz, you know why I love these guys? They're the only ones. The only ones that I know of around Denver that do real stem cells are live stem cells. They harvest them from you. Don't get okey-doked. Don't get okey-doked by these chiropractors. They're selling stem cells out of the back. They're cracking backs in the front. They've got steak dinners and coupon books for sale. Don't go to a chiropractor to get stem cells. You're not going to get stem cells. You know, Tom's actually offered a $10,000 reward to let him test their stem cells at these chiropractors because he knows they're not alive. And, of course, they won't do it. And speaking of that, we've got some undercover work we're going to be sharing when we're done with it that's going to blow you away. A lot of them say, well, we don't say stem cells. And if you go to their website, you might not see it. You might see PRP, like Dr. Dean Jones and some of these other ones. But guess what they say in the seminar? And if they want to say they don't, guess what? We're going to show them where they did. But anyhow, we'll deal with that a different day. But if you truly are aching, if your knees hurt, your shoulder hurts, you got anything like that, how about your back, your shoulders, your hands, your knees, any joint, painful hips, ACL tears? How about repairing it with a needle instead of a knife? The ones that can do it is Nintendo Schultz. They have seminars coming up, by the way. Both are going to be on Thursdays at 6 p.m. One is September 13th. One is September 27th. Sign up for them. These aren't high-pressure things. You're not walking in and they're trying to squeeze your money out. You walk in, you ask real questions. Will it help me here? Will it help me there? You know, here it is. They'll actually take some x-rays and do some other stuff right there of people that show up and let you know how it can help, what stem cells can do, real stem cells. Call up, get signed up for the seminar. It's really cool. 303-963-9201. By the way, they were the first in the country. The first to do it the right way, the real way. 303-963-9201. We have an update for Derek. Suzanne, you talked to her. I'm sorry, Deputy Dan, you talked to Four Wheel Parts. Derek, I like doing teases, so we did talk to him, and I got to tell you this. Hold on a second. 303-713-8255. Greg has an auto insurance issue. What is it, Greg? Greg.
Yes, sir.
How can I help you, sir?
My son was recently rear-ended by another driver, and we're having a dispute with the other driver's insurance company on the value of our car. It's being totaled by the insurance company.
Happens all the time.
And we know how to, all the things that we're looking up, but ultimately, if we don't agree with their final outcome, what should we do? Should we accept the payment and sue for the difference?
No, you can actually, if you look in that contract, someone buried in your agreement with the insurance company. Okay, first of all, hold on. It's the other person's insurance company, not your own, right? They're not subrogating, or how's it working?
Correct. We filed with the other insurance company.
How much are we talking about?
They're offering about $5,800. We think it's worth more close to $6,800, $7,000.
Then I would simply do one thing. I would sue them in small claims court. It's less than $7,500. Not the insurance company. You go directly to the driver and sue them. It's going to cost you $55 to file the paperwork. You have them served. We'll be happy to serve them for you. Long as you find them, we can send someone down. You can't serve them yourself because you're a party to the claim. You have a monetary gain in it. So the bottom line is this, man. The second you serve them, and we're only talking $1,000 difference, the insurance company, first of all, their insured is going to freak out because they're getting in suit. They're going to call up and go, my God, what do I pay you guys for insurance? So at that point, the insurance company is either going to do one of two things. They're going to show up and prove to a judge that you're full of crap on the extra $1,000, which most likely will cost them thousands upon thousands to do with attorneys, because they're going to send an attorney into small claims court. By the way, there's no countersuit, so I don't think they could try to move it to a different jurisdiction. This isn't legal advice. This is only my opinion, by the way. But, Greg, if you do that, it's going to cost you $55, and it's going to get the attention, and you'll probably end up getting that extra $1,000. Does that make sense?
Excellent. Thank you.
One other thing. Do you have full coverage on yours?
Yes.
You could turn it over to your insurance. If they give you the full amount, they'll subrogate or go after the other company's insurance company for the deductible. So honestly, you'll probably get your deductible back eventually, but you'll have it out of pocket and you might get more money. So that's your second option. But either way, you should get what it's truly. Now, saying all that, a lot of times you have a attachment to your car, and I'm not saying this is the case, only you know this, that you think it's worth more than it is, and I don't want to get into that because it is or isn't. Have a good day. Thank you, Greg.
Hey, Mark.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I got a curious email. It says, last week the factory that makes hot tubs for Spa Palace had caught on fire.
Great.
The factory is located in Tijuana, Mexico. It'll delay delivery on certain models to the dealers in the U.S.
It doesn't matter. In my opinion, Spa Palace, and you know what they did? They sent over this, whatever. Put their phone number, back up here. So Spa Palace took this lady's, deposit. She signed for it. She initialed it. They sent it over. But, they're so desperate, in my opinion, for business because Sam's Club and Costco can sell the same thing for half the price. They're a dinosaur. They're a dinosaur. That's exactly what they are. They're a dying fossil fuel sitting there, and Costco is a windmill. I don't know if that made any relevance, but it's kind of where I was going. Okay, let's get back to Derek. Derek, we have an update for you from 4 Wheel Parts. Dan, you talked to him. Now, who'd you talk to, Dan? The general manager, or who'd we?
No, I talked to Chris, and that's who Derek.
Oh, so
Derek's working with.
Derek, you've talked to Chris too?
That's correct.
Okay, so hold on a second. All right, Joseph A. Lazara, okay, attorney at law. Joseph A. Lazara is the best, and I mean the best criminal attorney. Tom gets a little upset when I do these commercials, and I'm not kidding because I kind of say it for what it is. When you hire a criminal attorney, most of the time you did something wrong. Now, I'm not saying you weren't possibly falsely accused. That does happen. My God, it happens in this country. But, honest to God, generally you did something wrong. And it doesn't matter what it is when it comes to Joseph A. Lazara. He has done cases where people have shot police officers and represented them. DUIs, of course, domestic violence, neighbor-on-neighbor disputes, kids that have been in trouble. This man knows people, and I say that and I mean it. And there's nothing wrong with that. When he walks into court, he knows the DAs, he knows the judges. He's been in every county around here for a long time. If you get in trouble, or if you were falsely accused, DUI, murder, anything, and I'm not kidding, you call a good attorney, and there's no one better. Joseph A. Lazara, 720-292-0802. Please, write it down. Write it down, put it in your glove box, put it in your purse, put it somewhere. 720-292-0802, Joseph A. Lazara.
That was good with Derek. Hold on.
Well, I guess I did. That's all right, though. I'm sure he doesn't care.
You gave the wrong phone number.
I don't even say it.
Okay.
Don't even say it. He's unbelievable.
Lazara?
Yes.
It's funny, though. You start throwing those around, you give out your own cell phone number every once in a while or something. Yeah, I mean, I've heard it.
I give out Mark's all the time.
Yeah.
I forward mine to Dan. He forwards his to Tom.
That's
Poor Derek.
Yeah, that was great. That was a good one. That was good one. Really good.
Well, quick. Went quick.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing this weekend? Anybody doing anything super cool, or everything's in town?
I'm not big on traveling with the weekend.
I'm going to be working on the property, and I love working out there.
All I owe you is Cam Solar, right?
If you don't want to do the we here, you got so many calls, we can do that on Tuesday.
What are you going to do? He'll be all right. I know there's nothing I
You want
can
me
do.
to give him a heads up or no?
Hey, it won't be in the podcast anyhow, that commercial, right? Or will it? That last Lazera, cut it out if you can.
Do you want me to give him a heads up or no?
No, God, no. I'm going to claim
stupid.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It wasn't you. It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me. That's Chris Rock. He goes, he walks up. No. His wife walks in. He's in bed screwing some chick. What are you doing? Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Who's that? Don't know. Wasn't me.
Give her a week.
I don't think Suzanne would go for that.
No.
Give her a week, she forgets all about it.
How about last week? Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. I told you that. I've never changed my opinion. Never changed my story.
Good. So Derek must have found a company that has the part.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, like I say,
Stay tuned.
Right.
Oh no, I thought Derek said he did find a company.
He said he found it online, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he
I
said
knew he'd find it quick. I wonder what the difference is between the part and cost, what he can buy and what he was charged, though. So there's the one. Who do I get my money back from? What you?
I'm going to do so many commercials because I didn't do any of my own inventory. This is going to be crazy.
You know, if he can find it, they can find it. I mean, that's the whole point. You know,
unless they have a preferred vendor to go to.
But I don't even care. I mean,
Right. I agree. Oh, I agree.
It's one thing special partner, but if you screwed it up, I mean, you know, drag.
All right, listen, Wink and Winker,
Bankruptcy attorneys, if you own a place that sells hot tubs or something, you need a bankruptcy attorney, I want you to call Wink and Wink, 303-410-1720. But I got to tell you, Mike and Gigi, I called it too, for they're both bankruptcy attorneys. They're a married couple. They're in studio all the time. They're the best. Even if you don't know if you need bankruptcy and you just want to ask the question, people find themselves in a horrible position sometimes. They're paying the minimum on the credit cards. They get in a car accident. All of a sudden, that one little thing happens, and you're never going to catch up. You can save the house. You can keep the car. Call Mike and Gigi and ask them any questions. They can help you. I mean, it's simple as that. They'll get the case filed quickly, but they'll give you true, free, honest information. 303-410-1720, 303-410-1720. And God, thinking of bankruptcy, how do you put this? Spa places. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know how they survive anymore. I actually heard of some. You ready for this, Kevin? You're not going to believe this. I heard of some spa places that take deposits, and if you cancel even within 15 hours, that they won't give old people their money back. Or young people. I'm sorry, we had a caller call up. I do want to say.
You're making that up.
Can you believe it? I heard it.
No,
I didn't believe it. You know, Costco will take a hot tub back like 90 days later. You can buy a hot tub at Costco, probably use it for 6 months, and return it. Dan, am I kidding? Now, I'm not positive about this. Don't do it.
Let's try it.
Let's try it. I dare someone to go get a... No, okay. Listen, the other one I need to tell you about real quick, Cam Solar. I am not kidding. Cam Solar is very cool for this reason. First of all, they've been around a long time in Colorado and Texas. We endorse them. They're very good. They offer a 20-year performance guarantee. Okay? What does that mean? That means any problem you have, they're going to handle for 20 years. You're not going to get that better. They're not one of these leasing companies. They actually sell you the system. I mean, you can get into a lease you want, but they'll let you buy it over time. And you get that bumper to bumper. Here's the other thing I love. If you don't know if solar is good for you or how much money you can do, you're going to call this number, or how much money you can save. You're going to call this number, and within 20 minutes, generally within 20 minutes, they can pull a picture of your roof with their software and tell you how much money you can save. There's absolutely no reason to call them. Ready? 720, or not to call them. Did I just say there's no reason to call them? That was dumb. 720-449-2935. You can also check them out at gocamsolar.com. gocamsolar.com /troubleshooter, and you can see a special deal for our listeners. Now, the other thing I want to say is, Derek, we did talk to 4-Wheel Parts, and we're going to tell you what happened right after I tell you about Genesis Total Exteriors. These guys are unbelievable, and I'm not kidding. If you can tell, people listening, I missed a few spots, so I'm making them up because Angie, or our other person isn't here. Our board op Angie is here. Drew is not here, so she screwed me up. So Genesis Total Exteriors. Siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks, kitchens, baths, basements. Seriously, these guys do it all. Mark Szymanski, I know him personally. He's helped out on the show a lot. This guy will give you the best deal if you need any of that. Anything on the outside, anything on the inside. Siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks, kitchens, baths, basements, large and small appliances. You know, speaking of homes, Frank Duran, the real estate man, this guy is unbelievable. Now, at this point, I know people are ready to kill me, but you got to understand, if I don't get these in, I'm in trouble. And if anybody I'm not going to get in, it's not going to be Frank, because Frank Duran, the real estate man, is the absolute best realtor out there. And you can quote me on that. It's not in my opinion. It's a fact. I have used Frank, Tom's used Frank, my neighbors use Frank, our friends use Frank. If you want to sell your house or you're buying a house, you call Frank Duran, the real estate man, 303-920-1622, 303-920-1622. Wow. Angie, have you ever heard someone pull off 4 live spots in a row? Ever? Has it ever happened in the history of the iHeart Nation? I'm not sure.
Probably not, Mark.
Probably not.
It was a marathon.
But I teased.
Yeah, can you please tell Derek his update?
Okay, Derek, I'm not kidding now. Okay, ready. What happened, Deputy Dan? Hold on, we've got to recap. Derek bought some kind of kit, a lift kit. It had a tie rod end. It had some other stuff. It was missing something. They said they couldn't get it handled. For how long was it, Derek?
Since April.
Yeah, but it was going to be another 3 months.
Yeah, it said they're saying another 2 to 3 months.
So we talked to him. Deputy Dan, what did they say?
So I talked to Chris over there. That's the one you've been working with, right, Derek?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and he says if you have another part, they'd be happy to put it in, and they'll credit you back the, what they would have charged you for.
Boom. So order the part.
Cool.
So call Chris. He didn't realize there was an issue.
I don't know how I didn't realize there was an issue.
I probably agree with Derek. A lot of people don't realize there was an issue until we call. But I'll say this, I've bought parts from 4-Wheel. I bought shocks from them years ago.
Yeah,
I mean, they're a decent company. They're nationwide. So, but that's it, Derek. Problem solved. Get it. If there's any issue, we'll get involved. But they promised Deputy Dan they'll put the new part on. They'll reimburse you for whatever you paid. Problem solved. All right?
Awesome, I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. All right. Shane, what's going on? Car dealers offering hail damage specials.
Yeah, hey, I just wondering, with all this hail damage that's been going on lately, and all these car dealerships offering, great deals.
I don't like them.
Look like golf balls now.
I don't like them. I don't like them. The only thing I'd say, though, is if you were a farmer or a rancher and you needed a pickup and you were going to drive that pickup to the ground and it was going to be on your property and you don't care what it looks like, you're not going to bring the lady out to dinner in it, blah, 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 maybe if you could save money. But buying it and then fixing it, I personally would never do it. That's just my opinion, my friend. Soren, what's going on with Concrete Company threatening to lien you?
Yeah, so good afternoon, first of all.
Yes.
In March, I had a patio redone.
Yes.
And just the other day, Concrete Mix Company sent me a notice to...
so let me guess. The guy that actually did it didn't pay the concrete company.
Well, the contractor that they're listing on the notice...
Yes.
I've never heard of.
Well, okay, first of all, here's what I need to know. Is it your primary residence?
Yes, sir.
Did you pay the contractor in full, and do you have a receipt saying paid in full?
Yes, I have a copy.
Then you have a defense. If they do try to lien you, they got to ultimately take you to court and win. You have an affirmative defense. It says if you paid the general contractor, it's your primary residence, the other people can't come after you. Got it?
The other question is, how much time does do they have to file a lien on a property like this? It's been more than 5 months.
Off the bat, it's probably past time. If it's been 5 months and they didn't send you a 10-day yet, if they do it, it's going to be no good. Here's the funny part. If they do attempt to lien it and they weren't supposed to, you can go after them for damages. Last but not least, Shane, what's going on?
Hey, Mark, I got a question for you. Health insurance.
Yes.
I currently have health insurance through my company.
Yes.
They are not covering any of my medications that I take from an old workman's comp accident. I don't know what to do.
Oh, you're going to call Integra. Call Integra Insurance. You're going to talk to John Jones. Suzanne will give you the number. Give him John's number. If John can't handle this and help you out, there's no one in the world. By the way, we love when you guys listen. Yes, Suzanne, help me out.
Put him on hold.
Put him on hold. I got to put him on hold. I guess that helps. 303 Martino, that number works on and off the air. I do want to thank, oh my God, Kevin Calkin with Sheridan Auto Tech, Nick Yutzi, Flexident, and Mark Machowski, Budget A1. You can find them all on our referral list, our brand new, fast, beautiful referral list at referrallist.com.
Grainberry, healthy cereal for your family.
I felt like Kramer at the end.
Good job.
I wanted a buzzer to go.
We got teases for Tuesday. Teases for Tuesday.
People are sitting there wondering, how many commercials are you going to do?
We do on a different special.
Okay, I'll think about something.
Yeah, it's spare time.
Yep. My spare time.
Right. Yeah.
Right on, Mark.
Nick, good one, man. Thank you. Dan, have a great weekend.
Yep. See you guys.
Mark,
be
have a
safe.
great weekend. Everyone have a great weekend.
Or you're not going anywhere.
I'm not going
Where the hell
anywhere.
said they were going somewhere? Fine.
Yeah.
Spa Palace, they suck, man.
But you're right. They are dead companies.
Oh, they're a dinosaur. Have you seen the hot tubs in Costco?